Good afternoon. It is 2:58. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. The Titans wrapped up their second day of joint practice with the Falcons today ahead of Friday's preseason game. Quarterback Cam Ward met with the media and was asked what he has got to work on before he gets into a real NFL game.
I think the biggest thing I need to work on going to the game is just more reps at certain plays I haven't gotten the right amount of reps at. I got a lot of reps at the base install that Coach Callahan's put in, but just all the new little installs that he's added, just getting more reps at those so I can see different coverages. But if we have to go play a game, I'll be fully prepared with the coach staff that I have.
Jeremy Fowler reported that the Titans plan to claim linebacker Brian Asamoah off of waivers. The Vikings' former third-round pick was released on Tuesday, and the Titans used their first pick in the claim order to get him. Asamoah has 30 total tackles in 3 years with Minnesota. And in Tennessee news, it is officially moving back to Adidas as the Bulls' official apparel sponsor beginning on July 1st, 2026. Tennessee was with Adidas from 1995 to 2014 before leaving to sign with Nike, and now inks a brand new 10-year deal with the brand. Tennessee will have primary creative control for uniform design in its new deal. For your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Bulls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. I know it's raining, but if your feet hit the ground, you know me. This is what I say every day because glad to be here. Hope you are as well. I know Slay Dog is.
I'm in the building, and it's day building. Well, Yoro, I'm so glad. No, first of all, that's the wrong way to attack this. What up, Zephyr?
Let me say this first.
Yeah,
too.
go ahead.
Yeah, what up, Zeph?
What up?
Executive producer of 3HL. Babsy is in the building. She'll be here momentarily, so she'll be up. What you got?
I was gonna say, man, I didn't know how to attack this, but I was gonna say I'm glad Babsy's not in here, but I'm not glad Babsy's in here because I love when Babsy's in here. But with her being out of here, that means I get to attack this certain thing.
What's a certain thing?
So, I got to relive life today. Not all of it.
How so, Slay?
I don't know if everybody out there, if you having a bad day, like it's gloomy outside, but if you get an opportunity and you're a little down in your day, your feet hit the ground like Euro said, when you get up, I'm telling you where to go. I'm going to tell you where to go, Euro.
Where do we need to go, Slay?
You need to go to your nearest grocery store.
Yeah?
I'm going to tell you why, Euro.
Why, Slay?
The reason you need to go to your nearest grocery store is because I don't know if y'all are like me, but I'm cool with, ordering, picking up the food, rolling on out, or going in the store, getting exactly what I need, trying to cut down on me just wandering around in aisles and stuff. But when was the last time y'all went down the ice cream aisle?
Oh, well, so I have one major weakness, and that's ice cream. So I do not eat it at all.
Well,
So I haven't noticed the ice cream aisle other than it seems like it takes up the entire aisle now.
They deep. Ice cream.
What's going on in the ice cream aisle?
Oh, boy. I'm telling you this right now. I don't know if y'all ever seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
I did because you made fun of me for not having seen it.
Dude, this is what's going on in the ice cream aisle.
Yeah?
No, they got healthy snacks, healthy ice cream, junk food ice cream, crazy ice cream that shouldn't even be put together. Like, the first thing I noticed as soon as I hit the corner was the Reese's bag. Everybody know Reese's is orange. They got the bananas, frozen fruit banana inside a Reese's cup.
What?
That's how you start the aisle off.
Banana, peanut butter, and ice cream?
Come on.
And chocolate.
And frozen.
And chocolate.
Listen, y'all. That's what happened when you first hit the corner. As soon as you hit the corner and you go on down a little bit more, you start to get taken back. This is me. This is when I started to get into childhood. You see the flavor pops. You know what I mean? The ones, the red, orange, green, blue, purple. You know what I mean? The frozen pops, you got to cut the top off with the scissors. Or if you were in a hurry like us, as soon as you get it, you try to bite the top off. the little plastic. We got a couple in our freezer in here. But, dog, those right there, then you get to the ice cream sandwiches. I had to grab them. Then I went to the old school classic bar, chocolate wrapped around the ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
The Haagen-Dazs or the Dove bars.
Brown cow?
Yeah, brown cows. That's one of them. Dog, then I went on down. You're thinking in the end, and it don't.
It just keeps going.
It keep going.
Yeah.
Guess what I ran into?
What'd you run into?
Rice Krispies tried to sneak out here and make a Rice Krispie ice cream sandwich with Rice Krispie on top, Rice Krispie underneath, vanilla ice cream in the middle. I don't even know how that works. Your teeth, first of all, Rice Krispie, when it ain't soft, already a little hard. Especially you don't get it straight out of the oven.
Wait. Clarification. When it's not soft, it's a little hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, boy.
What are we talking about?
Just Rice Krispie treats, ice cream sandwiches. So, that's what I'm telling you. I don't even know how you bite down on that bad boy right there, yo. That's a bad boy. So, I say, okay, man, and then I get caught in nostalgia. Just looking into the ice cream land that's right there.
What do you mean, like push
me.
Pops and stuff like that?
Man, all that, man. The old school. I don't know if y'all used to have the old school Flintstone push pops where you push it up, you know what I mean, into the little plastic straw up into the top of it. You walk around with it in your mouth, with the straw in your mouth. The orange sherbet ones were my favorite ones. Man, this was a different world. So I say all that to say, if you having a bad day, all of this is thanks to Babsy too, but if you having a bad day, go in your local grocery store and walk down the ice cream aisle. It is fantastic.
How is this Babsy's fault?
Well, yesterday, if you missed our show, Babsy brought in a healthy snack. It was peas.
Get out of here.
Peas crunched up into a chip
Harvest snap peas, y'all.
with light salt that tasted like peas, and nobody likes peas. So that was silly. But I tried this. She tried to act like I was going to like it. And usually Babsy is right up there with me with snacks. So my heart was broken. Babsy let me down in the snack aisle. So that's why I went scavenging.
What happened was
Scavenging through the grocery store for good snacks, and I brought some. So I got applesauce in the refrigerator. I got my Pringles right here. I got 2 different ice creams in the freezer in there in the break room.
jeez.
And I will have all of them today to get my taste buds back.
And you
to where
will
they
not
supposed to
be bringing sexy back anymore.
It's not about that right now, but it's about being happy.
It's about survival.
And being happy. You
Mental and soulful survival.
Have you ever seen a sad person eat ice cream? Never in your life. That's what I'm saying. Ice cream
You're
truck
right.
come around, popsicle truck come around, you hear that music, up expeditiously, you get happy. Mama just beat that butt because you had bad grades. But that ice cream truck pull around, you looking out the window, inside your body is happy.
Oh, boy.
That's my TED Talk.
All right.
Hello, Babette.
Let's kick off the show.
So
then.
this
Sorry
is
I
how-
was late.
Yeah, this is how all this started.
That's the bunk.
I was happy you was late.
I was in the corner office.
You really wasn't late. You was here before me.
I know. I was here like 30 minutes early, but I got called into the corner office.
Bad office.
You know when Herm Edwards gave that speech of "Don't press send"?
Yeah.
You should listen.
Wow. Okay.
Just you hit send.
behind the curtain.
Well,
Slay and
heck yeah, I hit send.
Slay and I have no idea what she's talking about.
No, Slay knows.
Oh, Slay knows.
No, it's all good. I'm
Who
just.
did you yell at?
Well, I'm not going to say anything on
Yeah,
air.
please don't. Like,
Yeah, yeah. We'll talk.
I've
mean,
already
you've already-
incriminated myself here.
You need ice cream.
That's right. I do. I need to eat ice cream before I
Or-
press send.
The person that she pressed into needs ice cream.
One of the two.
Well, that is very true.
No, we explained. So I said, Babs is here,
Yeah.
but so she'll be up here in a minute. And then Slay goes, since Babs is not here, I got
He said,
something to say.
I'm glad Babs is not here.
And then he went back and
And
said,
then he corrected himself and said, no, that's not what I meant.
Well, dang, Slay.
That wasn't what I meant. That wasn't what I meant.
And we went down the. This line already made it on the bingo card, Babs. This is from Slay. When it's not soft, it's a little hard.
Okay.
This is
Now,
the Rice
I
Krispie.
feel, yes. I feel much better when I know that we're talking about ice cream for that line.
And the good thing is, Babs, you had media training today that you put on a clinic for.
I did.
Yeah, so it was like one of the things that you told all the volleyball players, hey, listen to 3HL, this is how you do it.
This is the perfect.
And then they listen to this first 5 minutes.
Yeah,
No, I did tell them that the guys that I work with were like, you're doing media training? Oh, good Lord. Lord, help them all. By the way, I talked about the Herm Edwards
Did
don't
you?
press send. So
Did they
now
get
here
it?
I am. I'm like, oh, maybe I should take my own advice.
There we go.
Go.
Yeah, so lots of stories out there. Obviously, the Titans and the Falcons had joint practice session number 2, and Calvin Ridley walking off the field after practice said, we won today, y'all write that.
There you go, Calvin.
Cam Ward with a lot of things to say. There was a great picture that was taken after practice yesterday, after yesterday's tough practice where Cam Ward was standing and everyone else was sitting,
Yeah.
like the coach addressing the team. This is a rookie, y'all.
I don't think we need to make a big deal about that.
Why?
Because you're going to.
Why?
Because they're. I don't know.
For me, it's what I expect.
Oh, here we go back to the expect.
No, with him.
Yeah.
See, this is things that you can control.
They're in training camp,
Exactly.
and he's got complete control of everyone's attention.
Guess what you can control? Yo?
Veterans and everything.
Guess what you can control? Your attitude, your effort, and your energy.
And that's what he's doing.
That's what.
So can everyone else on that field.
Exactly.
But he stands out.
Needs a reminder.
When they're not.
And he's a rookie.
He's reminding.
Beautiful.
But he's also your starting quarterback, and there's no question. So
And it's also the vet that's been the longest tenure on this team is 26, about to be 27, if not already 27, in Big Jeff.
that's young. That's a young team.
I mean, Amani Hooker is probably, what is Amani Hooker?
Well, I mean, Calvin Ridley's 30.
Yeah, but he's not the longest tenure.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen a rookie quarterback come through here like that. That commands that kind of presence.
Exactly. We ain't never had no number one.
Yeah.
We got one now.
Warren Moon was the only
This
one.
is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
This is what it's supposed to look like.
And Warren Moon was such
And
a
he went to the
different time
CFL
in the game.
and then came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
No, sorry, Earl Campbell was the guy. Yeah.
I think that's good. I think it's good for people to see.
I just
Like,
love
get
that
used to
picture.
it. Yeah, get used to it. That's it.
So we have lots of audio. Cam Ward hit the podium today after practice. And how many sound bites do you have today, Zeph?
From Brian Callahan and Cam Ward, 25.
Dang, Zeffy.
Cam Ward does not waste a single answer in his press conference ever, and you literally have to pull the whole thing because every answer is like insightful and thoughtful and worth hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Number one franchise guy. Remember how we kept on asking, man, who's the face of your franchise?
Yeah, who was it? Jason Whitlock? That
Yep.
was like,
And we're
Big
like
Jeff?
Big Jeff. And he's
Really?
like, no.
We got one.
He's like, I understand, great player, but defensive tackle, face of franchise,
Right.
need a quarterback.
yeah,
That was before the draft, wasn't
it
it?
was before.
Yeah.
can I say this just from the bits and pieces that we've seen so far in this preseason?
Mm-hmm.
As a Titans fan, the Cam Ward, Calvin Ridley connection, chemistry, understanding,
Yeah.
all of that has to excite you because I think it's going to be off the charts.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, so we've talked about this before. Like, where we are in his career, it's all the other stuff that you can really point to and see and all those things. When he hits the field, I have no idea, if he's going to have rookie moments or hit slumps or whatever he does
will.
in terms of production. But
Yeah.
like this guy's made differently. So anyway, again, Deese, Dewey, Cheatham, and how'd they do today? I'll just leave it at Calvin Ridley walking off the field. We won today. Y'all write that.
A much better day than yesterday.
Yes. So we'll talk a lot
At the
about
very
it
least.
as we roll through the show. You'll hear from Brian Callahan. You'll hear from Cam Ward. We want to hear from you. 615-737-1045. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Two Rivers Ford wants to tell you all about zero. Zero, as in, you ready for this list? zero money down, zero payment for 90 days, 0% financing for 48 months on most models. Oh, and zero on regularly scheduled maintenance because Two Rivers Ford is throwing in a 2-year complimentary maintenance plan. They're the absolute best. It is the Zero Summer Sales event happening right now at Two Rivers Ford. And at Two Rivers Ford, you've heard me talk about it a million times. Their salespeople don't work on commission, zero pressure when you're shopping for a vehicle. And at Two Rivers Ford, you are going to get zero surprises. They're honest, they're transparent all the time. We have Two Rivers Ford vehicles in our driveway now. They are A-plus members of the Better Business Bureau and family owned since 1983, and they are the absolute best family. What you see is what you get at Two Rivers Ford, which is why Two Rivers Ford is the South's most trusted Ford dealer. So head on out to Mount Juliet, Two Rivers Ford, for the Zero Summer Sales event today. The sale ends September 2nd.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Happy Wednesday. Is that where we are, Wednesday? Already?
Day.
Man, college football season starts in a week and a half.
Yes.
How about that?
Betting starts in a week and a half.
You already threw out a parlay yesterday.
I know, and I'm standing on it.
Sorry, a parlay. I got to get
where we're supposed to be.
Back into the rhythm. Tennessee Titans head coach Brian Callahan said today that the plan remains for the starters to play against the Falcons on Friday. He said the plan is for 2 series for Cam Ward and the starting offense. If you want to hear that from him, here you go.
Everybody's going to play, probably similar to last week. My same guys probably out. Simmons and Zeiler will probably sit, but other than that, most guys should be good to go. I may revisit that after today and see where we're at and all that, but I plan on those guys playing pretty similar to last week.
Right.
To that end, how much for Cam? How much game action for him?
Probably about 2 series. I think because he played two series last week and. Like to kind of continue that. I think just the game, being in the stadium and the game reps, I think is important. Whether or not we're playing against starters or it doesn't really matter. It's more just to be in the stadium, on the field by himself, hearing the calls, managing the clock, all those things. Just the more experience of that he gets, the better. And so as long as those starters are in there, he'll be in there. So again, probably about 2 series.
Yeah, you don't need any backup offensive lineman in front of that dude.
No. Protect the franchise.
Yeah, sorry, Brandon Allen. Have at it.
Yeah, you have a ball.
Simeon, play the whole rest of the game.
We'll see you later.
Brandon Allen got stitches on his leg yesterday.
Was it his leg?
Yeah, he got he got stepped on his I guess it was his shin. Had to go into trainers, came out with a couple stitches.
It happens.
Yeah, it does. I've had more than 100 stitches in my life. I've never had a broken bone, but I've had more than 100 stitches. Why are you smiling at me, Slay?
I don't know why.
Why are you looking at me, Slay?
Slay's like, I can't tell you how
You
many.
never go down that road when she's sitting in the room. She'll telepathically send you down.
You call it hocus pocus with
I'm
her?
telling you, she got some of it. I'm telling you. Be careful.
What about the Kevin Winston Jr. update? The head coach did that.
Yeah, hopeful probably to get him back next week is sort of the projected goal. So we'll see where he's at. I mean, he's been working here in the rehab process, doing pretty well. So I think hopeful maybe get him back next week in practice. Yeah, thank you.
So word around the campfire is that there were the fight count today was 3.
Yeah. With Michael Penix Jr. involved.
Yep, 2 Titans defense versus Falcons offense and 1 special teams.
So that's that feeling disrespected being on the main stage, getting upstaged.
There was a big fight between the Falcons defense and the Titans offense, and then another one, and then another fight broke out during a punt return drill. Eric Iomanner was shoved down to the ground. Van Jefferson retaliated. Benches briefly cleared. That was from Easton Breeze.
I heard Mason Kinsey took a couple punches but didn't swing back.
So what was he?
I'm surprised by that. That's a fiery dude, man.
Yeah, it is.
What was it? One of them?
Yeah, but he's also a rule follower. Like he's like,
he better be.
I'm not getting kicked out.
This is his
Listen,
6th training camp with the Titans.
Always right there on the cut line. So I will do things correctly. I will not piss my coach off and throw a punch.
Come on, hit me.
So Michael Penix Jr. was quoted about the fight because Drake London, Ray McLeod, they all came to protect him, right? Which you would expect. And he said, well, I'm glad they did because obviously that's not something we want to be doing in practice. We want to get all our reps in, get the good work in. It went how it went, though. To see the team have my back and that they were there, make sure they protect me. A lot of guys asked me if I was good, and it was good to know that those guys had my back.
Yeah.
I would expect the same for Cam Ward.
Absolutely. And that's what
it was opposite.
Another one, huh? You said it was opposite?
I said I would expect the same if the situation was
absolutely.
reversed.
I'm
and
agreeing with
Cam.
you.
Yeah.
That's what the same thing I was saying about Diego Pavia when we talked about Diego. Like, this is, you better, man, when you turn around, everybody better be coming a swinging. Like, get you out of there. You the golden goose.
So it was the Titans defense that was involved in the scuffles.
Yeah.
I think they took it personally, the slow start yesterday. All the media members talking about it. Well, what's wrong with y'all? What is slow starts a consistent problem here? What does that say about this team? I think I'm sure Big Jeff was like, no slow start today. We will be feisty.
We'll set this off.
We will make sure that everybody is focused and completely in this practice, and that's probably what brought some of the scuffles.
I totally agree. I do agree. They got to build on it. Maybe, hopefully, this will carry over and be a little bonding moment for them too, as well.
Yep. So Zeph mentioned in his update that the Titans had just claimed linebacker Brian Asamoah, the second, off waivers from Minnesota. They waive Otis Reese, the fourth, to make room for him.
Oh, Otis.
I like him.
I thought he did okay last year.
Yeah.
I haven't really noticed him this year. I guess that sounds a lot.
Well, it was clear that there was a three-player battle theoretically for the inside linebacker spot next to Cody Barton, and it's clear that it's Cedric Gray and James Williams, and not in that order. Although Cedric Gray did get first-team reps today, but I think it's not close between James Williams and Cedric Gray. That doesn't mean you won't see Cedric Gray. That's a position where they will rotate guys in and out. But so Otis Reese fell behind in that battle, and I wouldn't be surprised if they picked him back up at some point or tried to get him for the practice squad or something like that. Yeah. But anyway, you were talking about Eric Amander yesterday. And
Alec.
Yes, Alec. That's right. Me and Babs with that name. Sorry, Alec. Can we just call him EA Sports?
EA.
Alec.
Alec Amander yesterday. You were talking about how physical he was. I noticed it too in his block game and how it went through the whistle. And you were like, beyond that, he's going to get a penalty, and he should.
He should.
Cam Moore talked about his relationship with Alec Amander today.
Okay.
I'm always confident throwing to Alec. I think as a route runner standpoint, I think we stole him when we drafted him, especially me playing against him in the Pac-12. So I've seen him for quite a long time. I'm excited to, continue to play with him in real football games. And I think his biggest attribute that he doesn't get, I would say, the recognition for is how physical he is. Especially being that big and strong as he is, he can move off the line of scrimmage. He can move guys, corners, in and out of their breaks. And I just think the more that he continues to grow, continues to, take little things from Red, me taking little things from Red, from all the vets who've done, extensive amount of time in the league, I just think he's going to end up helping us.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So Callahan also addressed, because Callahan brought Alec up because he was asked about the receivers not getting separation, struggling from that standpoint. And I mean, do you just want to play it or you want me to say it? It's fine. I'll just say it. It's not a big deal. Anyway, but Callie was like, this is such a good test for Alec because there was talks yesterday that he struggled, no separation and all that. And he said, but playing this Atlanta defense and that secondary, he was like, now Alec knows what it's like playing against dudes, because they're solid there. And he said there was a 50-50 ball that we talked about that he went up, he didn't come down with. Hopefully next time now he's seen it, he knows it. He's now faced dudes, as Callie calls them, and the next 50-50 ball, he knows what to do differently,
615-737-1045. Calvin Ridley got loose for a deep ball and spiked it hard, apparently, in the end zone, and then pointed at the player, number one, and then pointed at the crowd, which is funny.
A.J. Terrell, I think, is the guy he's been going up against this week in practice.
615-737-1045, talking about the Titans and Falcons joint practice session. Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford, will join us at 4 o'clock. Todd Furman talking sports betting as we get closer to football at 4:20. Titan Man in Nashville. Titan Man, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Yo.
How y'all doing?
We're good.
Good. You guys are my favorite radio show for sure. I love and enjoy listening to you guys. But, it's that time of year, guys. Football time, it's right around the corner. I know you guys are probably just as excited as I am. But, what can you not be excited about, having this franchise quarterback coming in and the connection he's got with Ridley? That's obvious, for us. But my concern with that is obvious. If it's that obvious for us, aren't these other defensive coordinators going to start, scheming on that and taking that one thing away, from a rookie quarterback? They take Ridley away, double him all game, and then you're going to have to force him to go to, the young guys. And that's where Elliott comes in, right? You want to see this guy flourish and do good in the system and become that emerging connection with Cam Ward. But, yeah, guys, it's exciting. Just want to get y'all's thoughts on that. You guys do a great job. I appreciate it. I'm going to hang up and listen.
Thank you, Titan, man.
Appreciate it.
No doubt, but guess what? That's also where Pollard comes in and Tajay Spears and that run game. And now you have an offensive line that allegedly is better, that so far looks better. And then, you have Lockett, who is a veteran guy that he can lean on, and whatever that tight end position looks like,
Yep.
And all of that, all of those options all start with an offensive line that can actually protect the quarterback so that he can have those options. And whatever, Will Levis made so many mistakes, but he did not have that.
Yep.
He didn't have it. Nothing close to it. And that, if we are talking about a big difference on this team this year, whether it's 5 wins or 8, whatever, everything will have to do with that offensive line and the protection. And I think so far we are hopeful that it is different and better.
Yeah, to your point, there are 2 primary things you have to have success in the NFL. Number one, quarterback. Number 2, and maybe number 1, honestly, you have to be good in the trenches on both sides. You've got to be able to protect the quarterback. I'm a little concerned
on the other side.
And get after the quarterback. So we'll see. I think
came to practice today, though, by all reports.
Good job for them.
You
Welcome
think
to the
what?
party, guys.
No, that was it. I think you'll see them scheme up pressure, and I think there'll be some blitzes where they get to the quarterback, and maybe their sack numbers are up, but maybe they give up big plays because they're leaving themselves vulnerable by doing that, because they're just not going to be able to get pressure without bringing people and scheming it up and being adventurous and all of those things. We were talking
Sometimes that can get you in trouble and leave you vulnerable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah, so they'll make big plays and they'll give up big plays is kind of what I think. But we'll see. Brian Callahan talking about the slow starts yesterday. Big Jeff was concerned about that after practice. Big Jeff said, we started slow in Tampa. We started slow in Atlanta. It's time to start fast. Brian Callahan talked about the Titans players being frustrated with the slow starts.
Yeah, glad they have the standards high. I don't think we started the practice the way that we'd want to. I think slow starts, though, I think are relative a little bit to, the performance. So if you go out and play well, it doesn't feel like a slow start. If you go out and don't hit a couple throws and make a play or two, it feels slow. The difference between the two is just simply that sometimes is that you don't make the couple plays you need to make early to kind of get it going. That's sort of what happened yesterday.
He does push back on anybody using effort as a part of whatever they're talking about.
No, they're out here fighting.
Yeah.
Also,
and as a head coach, you should do that.
That's a head coach that protects his team, too.
Yeah.
And you want that.
Big Jeff kept talking about last year with regard to the slow starts, and he was like, I'm tired of talking about last year, but, So Brian Callahan talked about that. Slow starts, why the issues from last year that they are still facing.
It's one of those, I think it's one of those things sometimes when you're, again, I think more of it has to do with making plays early on in practice so it doesn't feel that way. It's something that we continue to work on and continue to try to get out to a fast start. But again, I think it's more about making the plays early on that doesn't make it feel like it's slow. And I think you hit a couple of plays and the perception of the practice probably changes. But that to me is the biggest thing is you got to come out and make a few plays early. And usually it feels a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's rhythm, man. Like, to go back to last year, which I was against, vets having to play in the preseason and, how they kind of get that dynamic together. It was never rhythm with your big play guys. So for your offensive line unit up front, your big play guy was Will Levis. You wasn't able to get cohesive, so he could be able to make plays.
Both ways.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and then when he did get the time, he was like, you know what, I don't want to make no plays right now. I'll make a play for the other team. But then you miss for your big play guy with Calvin Ridley, to be able to hit him, that hurt. So Then guys being in and out. You know, your big play guys and a guy like Harold Landry fighting back to get back from injury. There was so much missing, man. So the rhythm is the biggest thing. It can be you can start slow, have a slow play. Like if play was dictated by them milking the play clock all the way down and coming out the huddle and then going, that's okay. It don't have to be a rapid pace like Josh Heupel's offense. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Like, but you need a rhythm and a flow to the game so you can get to moving and keeping the ball. Those three and outs, that's what makes it slow. It's like, here we go again. Now your defense on the field all day. Yeah, of course it's going to seem slow. But you're back up against the wall all the time.
Get your back up on the wall. At least that got me off of rhythm as a dancer. You kept saying rhythm. That was in my head the whole time. Very, very well put. 615-737-1045. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Brian Asamoah, the second, he's entering year 4. He was a third-round pick by Minnesota out of Oklahoma in 2022. The Titans have claimed him off of waivers and released Otis Reese the 4th. He played in all 17 games last year, only had 6 tackles, though. Played in 13 games the previous year, 16 the previous year. So
he only had 3% of the defensive snaps last year. So only played,
even though he appeared in every game. That's
he's
primarily a special teams player then. I don't know much about him, honestly. But that is what's going on there. 615-737-1045 at the RHL 1045. Brian Callahan talking about the poor run defense. We were talking about Denard Wilson, and they could not stop Tampa. What was it? 41 carries for 178 yards, something like that. And Denard Wilson, even though it was late in the game, and you've got a bunch of guys out there that probably won't make the team, and they're getting gashed, and he just has his head down because coach is competitive, and it doesn't matter who's on the field. We're practicing the same way.
Yes.
Brian Callahan talked about the poor run defense on Tuesday because it did spill over into Atlanta. And Big Jeff's comments on not seeing some stuff before. I think it was the very first play maybe that they double-teamed him and, just pushed him the hell out of there. And he said he had never seen that before and that he thought that they had drawn that up specifically for him to start practice. This is Brian Callahan talking about that.
Yeah, I don't think the run defense was the huge issue yesterday, personally. Thought we had some pretty good fits yesterday. I don't think it was it's hard to tell in practice, right? You're not tackling. There's guys fitting in there and tagging off. So there were some good things yesterday in the run game. I know they had a couple of game plan things, style runs that they had for Jeff that they whammed him once or twice early in the practice. They had a couple of things to try to disrupt him, it's pretty standard. Those are things that he deals with as a player of his caliber. So, I think at the end of the day, we don't have any film on what they're doing. So it's not like we have a game plan process or 4 or 5 games to look at on how they're going to run the ball against us. So, there's probably some truth to not knowing some of the schemes that they're facing, and then some of it, you got to adapt and adjust to it. So I think it's a combination of both.
No tape on him. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That response stood out to me in his presser today.
How so?
Because I think it's a perfect example of also us not knowing what they're doing, what they're working on, what they're seeing, what other teams are scheming, and the whole, okay, well, we hadn't seen it before. That's kind of the point of preseason and the point of these joint practices. And when he points out, okay, if they struggled, and Big Jeff's saying, okay, well, because we haven't seen it before, there is no way in hell they will ever go into an actual game week not seeing, knowing, or without the ability to adjust right away with what they see defensively.
Did y'all feel like Callahan was a little defensive on that?
Yes. Which is why it stood out to me.
It's not our fault. We don't have any film on them. Blah, 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 blah.
Like, we aren't game planning this. We're not scheming. Right. We're not doing any of that.
The interesting part to me about Big Jeff saying that is I could totally see them doing that just to set the tone and be like, hey, man, we're coming.
Yeah.
But the way he said he hasn't seen that particular scheme in his entire career.
Yeah.
So he couldn't diagnose it necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're in a different realm, Big Jeff. We're gonna treat you differently. We're gonna do some stuff that you ain't seen, buddy.
More Titans talk. You'll hear more from Brian Callahan and Cam Ward. Also, as we roll through the show, the Tennessee Volunteers are going to Adidas on July 26th of next year.
Crazy.
Which means, number one, allegedly, reportedly, the money was so different between the Nike offer and the Adidas offer. So there's that.
It's a no-brainer.
What's interesting is they're waiting a year to start this. So what's Nike going to do for the next year? Like we as Tennessee fans in the room, it's me and Slay and Jeff, are going to have not much to choose from with regard to Nike gear because they're not going to put much effort into it, I wouldn't think, right?
I'm going to school. Listen, all you alums out there, this is the perfect time to go back to school. They're going to give it the gear away. I promise you. They can't give it away
Nike
fast.
gear?
What? They can't give it away fast enough. Remember how stingy they were when they first signed with Nike? It was like, we got a shirt for you.
That's 12 years.
You couldn't get nothing. But boy, now? Ooh.
Didn't you say when they, was it you that said it? When they switched once before, there was like a Ukrainian basketball team that reached out to Tennessee and got their gear, and now their colors are orange and white.
You can do that.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
They got a discount deal.
I like the look of Nike better. I'm just growing up was a Nike snot, right?
Same.
But I mean, the alleged difference in money is like $15 million.
Yeah, it's totally different.
I mean, these are just random reports that are out there.
It's not even
per year.
It's
Per
not even
year,
a conversation.
And it's a 10-year deal. So you're not going to leave 100 and whatever million on the table.
We can't have a conversation about this.
Right. Like I think we all agree maybe Nike gear looks better or whatever, but
your money
you're not going to leave
Plus,
150 million.
the kicker in it is Tennessee is going to regain or is going to keep creative control over all uniforms.
That's huge.
That's the kicker right there.
Humongous. Absolutely.
So we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Also, the guys at A to Z Sports asked a great question today on Twitter. How would you describe Titans quarterback Cam Ward's progress so far? I thought was an interesting question. And then we'll do that. And then when we come back, I do want to hit on this. Another weird story, at least it's weird to me, coming out of Auburn. 615-737-1045.
All that's holy. Stop talking.
What's happening, fellas and ladies? Listen up. Just imagine how better you will feel when your hormone levels are restored. Guys, if you haven't taken your T-test yet, then what are you waiting for? Ladies, gentlemen, it's time to take control of your health with Synergenics and Low T Center. For more information about men getting their lives back or balancing women's hormones for a better you, or to book an appointment, head over to fixmylowt.com. Do that today. That's fixmylowt.com, and you'll be glad that you did. They have people on site ready to get you up and running and get you to get that feeling when you hit the ground and you get to running. It's no just sitting there waiting on your little achy bones and joints to get to acting right. No, you're ready to roll because all of your levels are balanced. That's right. Low T Center gives you the power to take control of your health. So, why not do it? Go to fixmylowt.com to book your appointment today with Low T Center, reinventing healthcare for men and women. Fixmylowt.com.
All right, life can change for you in an instant. Car wreck. Saw another one coming in on Interstate 65, and that can throw everything off for you, especially if you're injured. Your job, your bills, your peace of mind, your ability to actually work. And that is when you need our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Blair Durham, Marine veteran Blair Durham, is the best. I always run into him at different charity events around town, always giving back time and money, and is just a good person. Well, Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure that insurance companies pay up. No upfront cost, no waiting around, just real people working and making sure you get what you deserve. So if you have been injured in any kind of an accident, don't wait. Call BDIL, Bart Durham Injury Law, at 615-242-9000. They're here 24/7. They are ready to fight for you. That's Bart Durham Injury Law at 615-242-9000. 9000.
Three HL 1045, the Zone Wednesday edition. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. With you until 6 o'clock. Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford, coming up at 4 o'clock live from Atlanta. Todd Furman talking about sports betting at 4:20. 3HL bingo card coming up at 5:45. Talking a lot about, obviously, Titans and Falcons joint practice session if you want in. 615-737-1045. We were talking about this during the break from Pete Thamel. Kansas received an unprecedented $300 million gift from donor David Booth. So the Kansas football stadium is the David Booth Memorial Football Stadium or whatever, Kansas Memorial Football Stadium. It's believed to be among the largest gifts in the history of college athletics. So phase one of the $300 million, they're going to use $75 million to finish their stadium, I guess. But yeah, Kansas. How about that?
That's how you come through and say you want to be involved, and you go and be involved. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. How much of that goes to basketball?
I don't know. I just saw the first thing. Like, I think they're trying to figure that out.
I'm gonna say $100 million.
Maybe more.
Could be more. They want to get Bill Self a good one before you get on out of there.
Man,
it's a lot of money.
Hey, football is Lance Leipold's rocking it over there.
Yes.
Remember,
he was the hottest one.
Wasn't
about 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
2021.
Yeah, he was up for darn near job.
He was mentioned for Tennessee job at some point.
Yep. I remember when because I just started
job.
here. You had a little inside track on there, and it was he kept on coming up for job after job.
Yeah, and I had worked some Buffalo games.
Yeah,
where he was the head coach.
It was somebody else too that was coming from Cincinnati at that time. That was hot.
Brian Kelly.
No,
Butch Jones.
After that,
definitely.
Cincinnati. The guy that went to Ohio State.
Vrabel's buddy.
Got the kids.
What the heck?
It is Luke.
Can't even think his name.
I got Luke List.
It was like three. It was like three guys that was super hot in that same little realm right there. That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Butch Jones.
Three hot coaches.
But Jones was way before that though. Fickle.
Luke Fickle.
That's it. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
So in case you're wondering, David
what
Booth.
in the heck? How do we have that brain fart? All three of us.
Yeah, we did. I mean, it's possible.
4 years ago, like 40.
That's amazing.
Listen, people know about our dysfunction. If you're wondering about David Booth, because you know I was, David Booth is an American businessman, investor, and philanthropist. He is chairman of Dimensional Fund Advisors, was born in Lawrence, Kansas, went to Lawrence High School. He was born in 1946, so he's 79. Received a Master of Science in Business from University of Kansas, then went to the Chicago Graduate School of Business.
Man, that's a good school.
Yeah, philanthropist, I'd say.
I wonder, did he invest in ice cream sandwiches?
Booth gave $10 million for construction of the Charles M. Harper Center building on the University of Chicago campus. Booth pledged a gift valued at $300 million in November of 2008 to Chicago's graduate school. But this is his second $300 million donation.
Listen, I got it laying under the couch. Just go check. That's all he's telling people. You want some extra change? Go check. It's out. I'm a billionaire. Think I need $300 million? Yeah. We'll do something nice. The Fog Island Arena. That's one of the oldest arenas.
Yeah. In 2010, Booth acquired Dr. James Naismith's original 1891 copy of the 13 Basic Rules of Basketball at auction for $3.8 million.
There we go.
What in the world?
Is he the one that brought it back?
He then donated that to the University of Kansas.
I remember hearing this story. Yeah. It was gone, and he brought it back. Hey, dude been around handling business for a minute.
The University of Kansas is known as the cradle of basketball because Naismith and his protege, Dr. Forrest C. Fogg Allen, the father of basketball coaching, coached at Kansas and helped basketball mature into the sport as it's known today.
I forgot where I saw this. It might have been a 30 for 30 story. I can't remember what it was.
2012, ESPN 30 for 30.
Come on, man. Let's go.
You know
Come
this
on,
guy.
Babsy. That's how we make up for our little 4-year brain fart. We got back right there.
How about that? That's the Kansas booster. We just knew nothing about. Now we know everything.
No, we knew everything. We just didn't know him.
You and your contradicting statements today are pretty funny. Okay, we have another weird story. At least it's weird to me, coming out of Auburn. Check out this tweet from Justin Hawkinson. Okay. Quote, since we spoke with offensive coordinator at Auburn, Derek Nix, and Kent Austin, who is from here, played at Brentwood Academy. He's the quarterback's coach. Yesterday, just to reiterate, Nix handles first down strategy and play calling. Austin handles third down strategy and play calling. Nix said a few for ease, quote, head coach has authority to override anything we say or do, end quote. Is that weird to have a guy calling plays on first down and a guy calling plays on third down?
Yes.
Also, what happened to second down? Where did second down go?
Also, what you do on
yes, it dictates what you're going to be able to do.
It dictates third down.
Also, if I'm the offensive coordinator and I've got play calling responsibilities, I don't want the quarterback's coach calling third down.
I also don't want you messing with my juju on my play calling.
I've got to develop the feel for the game in my head, right? This is weird to me. Maybe other schools do it and we just don't know it, but I doubt it.
I definitely feel like that is a setup for a communication problem and in-game very easily.
Let me jump out there. Let me jump out there real quick.
Because you didn't see this story.
I don't think
right?
it's true.
You just took the words out of my mouth. It's okay. I get it. All right, it's cool, but come on, dog. That ain't.
Like maybe third down guy is his expertise is that, but there's no way you have three different play callers.
Come on, man.
There's no way. You can't.
If this is happening.
You can't function at the speed that Hugh wants to go offensively at that.
That came directly from the offensive coordinator?
No, he's lying.
No.
The offensive coordinator's lying?
If you
Yes.
want to watch somebody
this comes
implode,
from the reporter speaking with Derek Nix and Kent Austin.
he was asleep when he was talking to him.
There's some miscommunication.
Yeah, it was. That was.
I think you need
Or
to
maybe
go.
it's just during practice.
I think you
Yeah,
need to
it's
go
like-
give these Auburn football coaches that media training. This
yeah.
is now 2 press conferences within a couple weeks of each
Yeah,
other.
that one
It's
ain't.
more
dumb
than
stuff.
that.
This was the information.
No.
When he pressed record on the tape recorder or something, he had already given him the information about something, and then he added this on at the end.
Like he
So it didn't.
he
something
had
didn't
to go
together.
back and
yeah,
like,
this ain't that ain't.
But I totally get you have
Power
somebody
forward football.
whose focus is analytics, stats, whatever
play.
for third down. I mean, there's a book,
Yes.
right? I get it.
You got something
I
that
don't know if Kent Austin is that guy, though. I mean, he's
Totally
62 years old. He played quarterback at Ole Miss. He went to Brentwood Academy. He's from here.
62 years old.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if 62-year-old guy is analytics guy. But Nick's played running back, right? And he's the offensive coordinator. Kent Austin played quarterback, so maybe they just want him to handle third and long. I don't know.
Maybe he specialized in something. So I was watching Wishbone, the creation of the Wishbone last night.
Wow, okay.
Barry Switzer and Bear Bryant and all these
There are
guys.
very few
taking
people
it.
that would be interested
that's
in that, and it would be you and me, and like, I don't know.
And I say that because maybe somebody specialized in it and they want to have a guy for third downs for a particular game to kind of catch somebody off guard. That's the only thing I can come up. I can't ride with
So
that.
Kent Austin is 7th all-time in passing at Ole Miss. He's in the University of Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame.
It could be for the Mississippi guy.
I really think he coached at FRA at some point. I might be wrong about that.
What's his
I think
name?
he
Ken
bounced.
what?
Kent Austin.
Ken Austin.
Sounds like a superhero, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds like Superman.
Yeah. That's right. Clark Kent.
I mean, it's halfway
Ken
there.
Austin.
Yeah. Anyway, Zeph is begging us to break. All right, Coach Matt coming up. Stay tuned. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right, guess what? The most reliable Wi-Fi with the best in-class equipment. It's here. It's ready for you. It is booming. That would be Xfinity Internet that's booming, the most reliable Wi-Fi claim based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report August 2024. Whether you're streaming or gaming or working from home, your Xfinity Wi-Fi is booming. Just put out a post the other day because I have had to do a bunch of Teams calls and Zoom calls and all of that at home. Mr. Babs working from home at some point, and we all could do everything because our Xfinity Internet can take care of it. Do more of what you love. Love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet. Also, Xfinity combines the power of internet and mobile if you're interested. So if you've got lightning fast speeds at home, you've also got them on the go with Xfinity and internet mobile together. Wi-Fi booming wherever you are. To get started, call 1-800-XFINITY, visit Xfinity.com, or drop into an Xfinity store today for more details.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. The Titans wrapped up day 2 of joint practices today with the Falcons ahead of Friday's preseason game. After practice, it was announced that the Titans claimed linebacker Brian Asamoah off waivers. The Vikings' former third-round pick was released earlier on Tuesday, and the Titans used their first pick in the claim order to get him and waive Otis Reese in return. On 3 Sports, Pete Nakos reported today that Tennessee is trending towards naming UCLA transfer quarterback Joey Aguilar as the starting quarterback for 2025. The Vols open the season on August 30th in Atlanta versus Syracuse. Also, Tennessee is officially moving back to Adidas as the Vols' official apparel sponsor beginning on July 1st, 2026. Tennessee was with Adidas from 1995 to 2015 before leaving to sign with Nike and now inks a brand new 10-year deal with the brand. Tennessee will have primary creative control for uniform design in its new deal. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. The executive producer of 3HL is Zeph Dog. Let's go down to Atlanta. I think we're going down to Atlanta. Coach Mack, are you in Atlanta, or did you take a little side vacation?
No, I think I'm in Flowery Branch. We're not quite in Atlanta yet. We will be moving to Atlanta tomorrow afternoon after the walkthrough. We're still in Flowery Branch right now.
That sounds like a really pretty place. Really nice. Are there lots of flowers in Flowery Branch?
Well, it's a Chateau Elan. It's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Lively practice today. 3 scuffles I have on the card. They were getting after it.
It wasn't anything epic, though. There wasn't anything epic about it. I've been involved in my time in some that were a lot more dangerous than this one was. And what you can just about figure it on the second day if you're going to work against somebody more than one day that it's going to flare up a little bit. But it flared up on the defensive side twice, and then one time in the live punt, which usually gets some juices flowing.
Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford. Calvin Ridley walked off the field today. Buck tweeted this, and he said, "We won today. Y'all write that." How did you think it went today?
I mean, I'm not looking at winning and losing. I just look. This is a it's not a zero-sum thing. But Calvin really is right in one thing: they could not cover him. I mean, he was letting it be pretty well known that no matter what they tried to do, they couldn't cover him. You know what's going to happen in real time when we start playing for real? Calvin Ridley's going to get doubles, so somebody else has got to be ready to start winning some one-on-ones. But today, when he was one-on-one, it was a wrap for him.
That connection, the Cam Calvin connection, how has it seems, as a Titans fan, I'm super excited. It seems like it has clicked immediately. We didn't see that with Will Levis. I mean, I remember talking about his time and being off with receivers. What is it about the Cam Calvin connection that has worked, and how has it happened so quickly with them?
Don, I think they've worked on it a lot, ever since Cam was drafted. I mean, those two have worked on it, and then, I mean, you've been at practice. You guys have been at practice after every practice, before every practice, and after every practice. Calvin Ridley's not involved with any special teams, so anytime a quarterback is throwing, he's out there catching the ball. He has that weighted football that he has them throw to him too. Back and forth, catching it over his shoulder. But those guys, he is constantly playing catch with those guys, and especially with the young quarterback, because the young quarterback will stay out there and throw all day. And that's where it comes from, because they've made a concerted effort, to have a connection. And that's why I say, I mean, it's not going to be hard for opponents to figure that out. So other people are going to have to rise to the occasion. But I think there's a mutual trust between the two of them, and you can see it in practice, and you can even see it, when they go up against other people. And I think you're right in observing that.
Cam and Calvin, make the shirt, Slay. Let's go.
Music Factory, Football
CC
Factory.
Music Factory. So, Coach Mack, okay, Calvin's double teamed. Cam's next best chemistry option is?
It depends. Depends on who they're playing against and what the other people's matchups are. I really think Gunnar Helm is going to figure into this, and then whoever else is out there. But it depends on the matchups, and to me, it's going to be vital. You start getting to the opener against a really good defense like Denver has right now. They will have some things concocted up, because I know that as a defensive signal caller, anytime I had one receiver that I knew that they were going to go to, I would devise several ways to be able to double that guy. But then I had to have confidence that my other people could handle the one-on-one. And it depends on what the matchups are and who you're playing against as far as who they'll throw to. They'll have a counter answer to it, but they're going to need one, because people are going to understand that Calvin Ridley and the quarterback are going to have a connection. And so that's going to be something you're going to have a counterbalance to. I know that.
You mentioned Gunnar Helm. Lots of people have liked him in early practices and early camp. What do you see in his game that could give defenses trouble?
Well, if they play zone against him, he's going to find openings in the middle of the field. The other thing he's really good at, Don, and especially against safeties and linebackers, is he does a real nice job of working away from leverage. He's a longer guy. He's very, very fluid, and he's smooth. When you watched him at the University of Texas, you could see why he was their leading receiver, even though they had two guys on the outside there at Texas that could really stretch it, that could really run. But he's really good, being able in not only close quarters, but he's got a knack. He's got a feel for finding open spots in the zone, because if people play zone defense, there are open spots. If you've got a quarterback that's got enough elasticity in his arm to get it to you quick when those windows open. And this quarterback can do that, but he can find open spots. Some guys just have a better knack than others, and that's the way most good tight ends in this league are. They have a knack for finding those open spots that usually happen between the numbers, and that also happen if they're working anything as perimeter throws where they're working away from leverage. That's what I've noticed that this guy can do. So that's where you'll find his catches.
Blocking out of him, we like it. We feel good.
Yeah, he's a much better blocker than people think. He's not your classic wide tight end. He's not the wide, just wide, both all cleats in the ground, wide tight end. But he's a good enough foot athlete that tight ends anymore in this league. When you look around rosters, there's very few that are sitting on the end of the line of scrimmage, just slamming into defensive ends anymore. That's not the way that these tight ends are working anymore. But what he can do, what you've got to be able to have as somebody that's lined up is asked to block those with what we call the money block on anything on the edge. Just be able to hold a position long enough as to where the back or the perimeter play can move and get outside. So is he a devastating blocker? I don't know of any blockers in this league that really are anymore, just at the tight end position, because that's a different type of athlete that's coming out now. But I think he's a good enough athlete that he has got a good enough position-wise as to where he's not going to be fooled a whole lot just on foot fire stuff. He's really not.
Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford, live from Flowery Branch. Blair Durham says Coach Mack, Chateau Elan's restaurant has a great steak.
Chateau Elan, I'm going to send y'all a picture of where we are, because you guys are really good at pictures. I'm going to send you guys a picture about this place here. I mean, it looks like some place that Ron Slay would stay, because Ron Slay is nothing but top drawer, first class, all the way. This place is like okay.
You make it sound like elementary school kids. Are we good with crayons too, Mac?
Y'all can get it done.
No. Y'all are good with pictures. Anything else, don't do it.
Coach Mack, let me ask you a quick question, man, before you get out of here. It's been a little quiet at the linebacker spot as far as Cody Barton goes? What has his impact been like? Leadership, everything still kind of steady as it was when they left here?
Yeah, I mean he's good, and the other two young kids that are playing next to him are benefiting from that.
Right.
I see Cody every day. I mean, I talk to Cody every day just because I like him because he's a professional. I really like the guy. I like his approach. Yeah. I like his attitude. He gets it, and he's going to be able to keep those other guys. Look, this is a young team. I mean, a young team. And those two guys he's got next to him are really young, but they are taking advantage of his expertise. I will say that, and I can tell that he is a calming factor to them when they're playing because in fact both of them. I mean, really in the first preseason game, and again, take preseason games for what they are. But both of those young guys, they weren't standing and watching. They were triggering, and that is a sign of that they feel comfortable because he'll get them lined up. All they've got to do is trigger and go downhill, which they did a pretty decent job of in that first game. We'll see how this next week works out.
Yeah.
Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford, checking in from the joint practice session location. Thank you, Coach. Slay, you got one more?
Real quick, Coach. How good?
Yeah, you don't have to be quick, Ron. I've got plenty of time for you guys.
How good and refreshing is it to have a veteran over there, man, handling the special teams like Bones?
Big difference.
Big difference, Coach.
Just because, look, look in your business. Behind the microphones, what you guys do, what you do in the basketball season, when you're talking about a basketball game, you can't manufacture experience. Yeah. You just can't manufacture experience. Bones Fossil is a proven commodity in this league as a special teams coach, and you can tell that even this young team is feeding off of that.
Mm-hmm. I love it. You can see it, boy. It's popping off the screen. I know in practice, what you get in the first hand, I know it's really crazy because we watching it just what we get to see at home on the screen. It's like, wow, okay. I love this energy he's bringing.
Well, that's why Jeff Fisher and I, we worked pretty hard to get him on the staff there in St. Louis. When they were kind of in an in-between spot there at the Raiders. Yeah. We worked we were really hard to get him there because we knew he had proven his value already in the league. And when you have somebody like that will be compatible when you bring him into your organization, you work hard to get him. And that's why they worked hard to get him here. It's going to be worth it.
Yeah. Glad you got to hang out with Gruden last week, too.
Oh, that was so much fun.
I've heard that Taylor Zarzar has an incredible John Gruden imitation.
You know what? It was amazing. We were sitting on the bus, and all of a sudden he just started, he started hitting me in the ribs like Gruden does. You ever been next to Gruden when he was talking? Hey, you like that? You like that? You like that? Don't you, Coach Mack? I mean, he just, he started pounding on me like that. I was laughing so hard because he has got him down. I mean, he has got him down. Not as good as Frank Caliendo, but he's got him down.
Zeph was
nobody's that good.
Right, Zeph was very
impressed. Right, Don? Nobody's that good, right? Hey,
No.
Ron, I heard that Caliendo started doing you.
Coach Mack, he tried to venture on out there and do me, man. I don't know what's going on with Caliendo, man.
My report was from there that he did you so well that it crushed you.
He did, man. He did, man. He did.
What a line.
I'm telling you.
Thank you, Coach Mack.
See you guys.
All right, Coach Mack, presented by Two Rivers Ford. When we come back, we'll talk sports betting with Todd Furman next 3HL. I want to tell you about my friends at United Structural Systems. They've been in business. Foundation Repair and Waterproofing Company have been in business serving Middle Tennessee since 1994. I told you about foundation repair yesterday. Let me talk about waterproofing. as we have some heavy rain today. Some of the symptoms you may experience with waterproofing issues with your home: standing water in crawl space, musty odors or floor joists with wood rot, cracks in basement flooring, hardwood floors cupping. Your house may be trying to tell you something. Putting off a moisture issue in your home is bad for your health, could lead to more expensive repairs down the road. When USS comes out to your house, you are getting problem solvers who provide peace of mind to their customers, the homeowner. You're not getting someone who's worried about meeting a sales quota or upselling the next big thing, but someone there to educate you and help you understand what's happening with your home. At USS, their only measure of success is how satisfied the homeowner is, not a closing ratio. This attitude and culture is the reason they keep employees year after year, from project managers to customer service to production. Some employees have been with the company for more than 25 years. Over 30,100% satisfied residential customers. Homeowners trust USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS 615-488-7855. USS, serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, Western Kentucky. Online, USSTN.com.
I've got an important message for you from our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. There's some lawyers out there that chase ambulances, and they'll do anything to get your attention, but that is not Blair Durham and his team. Someone calls you after a wreck, they're breaking the law, and there are lawyers that will break the law. Marine veteran Blair and the team at Bart Durham Injury Law, they don't play those games. They're not going to call you. They're not going to reach out to you, but they will be waiting for you to make the call. And when you do, they answer. Local, trusted, ready to fight for you. No gimmicks. A team that's on your side from the start. So if you or someone you love is ever in a wreck, a car wreck, an accident, don't forget Blair's number, 615-242-9000. Local, trusted, ready to fight for you. That's BDIL, Bart Durham Injury Law at 615-242-9000. Welcome back in 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. Were you about to talk? I just took over.
Babsy. Get him, Babsy.
Operations manager here, taking over.
Well,
Don Davenport, Ron Slay, the mayor, Brent Doherty, and our favorite Vegas guy.
it depends on who you ask on this show, but yeah.
Well, okay.
You have other favorite Vegas guys?
Oh, absolutely.
I love his intro music.
That is excellent.
I got 5 on it.
That is excellent.
Todd Furman, the Furminator. Hi, Todd.
What's going on, guys? And Slay, it's okay. My feelings aren't hurt. I know you like the sandwich vendor down at the convention center a lot more than me, because the last trip you made out here, you made him a priority, and you relegated me to deep on the depth chart. But, hey, before we get into some of the X's and O's in gambling, Slay, the biggest question I have for you, with Tennessee making the move from Nike to Adidas, can you actually fit into your old school last generation Adidas gear that you have from your playing days at UT?
Tom, Father, check this out, man. I already had it planned, but I rushed out of the house. I was going to my man cave to get my jersey. It is the Adidas jersey, and I was gonna make Babs wear it because she lost a bet to me early in the year today.
That's true.
And it's from my sophomore year. No, my freshman year actually. And it's the Adidas jersey. So
Well, had your headbands were Adidas.
My headbands were Adidas too. Yeah. So yes, it's actually huge. I don't know how I was wearing that, Tom Father. It's humongous.
Well, look, I mean, when you're dropping 20 a game there as SEC Conference Player of the Year, you needed room to be able to move around. And so apparently that was the way that you chose to operate back in the day, my friend.
This is absolutely true.
Todd, before we get to games and things like that, can we talk about the John Mateer situation? So he says that those were like coded words with his friends, like inside jokes. But then, like right underneath it, he had a subject line "flowers" on his Venmo account. Are you buying this?
It is 100%. He made a bet with his buddies, and that's exactly the debt he was repaying. Now, do I think it's as big a deal as the NCAA is leading us to believe? Absolutely not. But the fact that he had to issue a strong categorical denial that it was a joke and it was a little bit said in jest makes me laugh, and I think it makes the whole situation that much more ridiculous in the grand scheme of things. And this coming from a former collegiate athlete who was reprimanded by his head coach for violating NCAA rules, betting on sporting events, albeit not going through legal channels. I wasn't Venmoing anybody else. I was merely picking up the phone, allowing my dad to call our bookie back home so we could have that degree of separation. My biggest mistake was I was taking down all the college basketball games on a road trip on the team bus, writing them down in my notebook on a Friday night in November. And apparently it's something I shouldn't have been doing back in, 2003, when I was actually an athlete, not a washed-up has-been like I've become.
Mm-hmm.
Man, all these years, you've been on this show since 2010, and I've never heard that story.
Nope. That's great.
That story's got. I can go into details then. I mean, we have a couple weeks before football, so we can have a little bit of story time here.
Yes.
So that situation was interesting because I was recruited by a head coach that was a little bit old school. He retired after my sophomore season. So we had a very good rapport. He used to ask me on the team bus on Saturday, driving around New England, who I liked in the football games on Sunday. And we would kind of joke back and forth. I know he wasn't betting, but we'd bet a can of Pepsi or whatever it might have been, a candy bar that was payable on the next week's road trip.
Real quick, for those that don't know, you played college hockey. This is your field of
exactly. Yeah, I was a Division III goalie. I think I logged about 5 minutes, which would have correlated to 5 games, I should say, which would have equated to how much time Slay actually played defensively during his time in Knoxville. But the story where it gets even better, the coach retires after my sophomore year. We bring in a head coach who was a former head coach at Bowling Green. This story isn't even related to gambling. He was so disgusted with our team workouts that he actually resigned before the season started. So the school had a kind of scramble to bring in another head coach. They bring in a assistant coach from Brown at the time, who, keep in mind, is now still the head coach at Wesleyan 20-plus years later, and he wanted to try and run it like a D1 program. We were more or less the Bad News Bears. We had 13 outgoing seniors who weren't going to change their work habits. Nobody was going to the NHL or anything along those lines. First road trip of the year, we're going up to play Southern Maine and St. Anselm, and for those folks in Nashville, don't worry about finding it on a map. It's places that you're never going to want to visit in your free time. And so I'm on the back of the bus. I have my rotation book. I call my book to get all of the numbers. He reads them down the line. I'm marking them down. the coach asked one of the other kids, one of the team captains up at the front of the bus, what the hell Furman's doing at the back. And he tells the coach, not thinking twice about it, hey, college basketball just started. He's probably getting the full rundown. We get off about 2 hours into this bus ride. The coach comes up to me, gets real close in my face because you could do it back in those days. I think now he might have get arrested for assault, and kind of tells me that, hey, look, you're violating NCAA rules. You're not going to dress tonight. Me being the smartass that I was, he gets about 10, 12, maybe 15 steps away. And I go, Coach, does that mean I can at least call in my bets if I'm not playing tonight? And little to say, I never saw the ice once my entire junior year. It came to the end of the season. I told the coach I thought my time as a Division III college goalie was over, and elected to spend the first semester of my senior year studying on the beaches of Australia instead of doing 2-a-days toiling away in New England for a hockey career that wasn't really going to go anywhere.
That is
So good.
It's funny how life paths change from time to time.
The better story, a better anecdote to all this, 10 years later, the head coach, who again is still there on campus, ends up becoming very close with my then boss at CBS because their sons are the same age in Connecticut. And so the two of them had a running joke, and he admitted, didn't to me, but to my boss at the time, that I probably made the right choice making a career out of sports betting because I wasn't going into the NHL at 5'10" and 150 pounds soaking wet.
He never knows, Todd Father. Anything can happen.
I can't even believe the 150-pound part.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, that might have been on a good day, and that might have been coming in from all the drinking I was doing before we actually started, team workouts going in. I was a little puffier back in those days than what I am now.
Yeah,
Puffy.
we've all been there. So the Titans are a 5.5-point favorite against the Atlanta Falcons on Friday night. They were favored against Tampa and got run. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, second week in a row. I'm going to burn money on the Tennessee Titans. I bet them on the money line last week at minus $1.20. Watch that game close 3. Never had a puncher's chance in hell to get that thing across the finish line. And this week wanted to get ahead of it. Elected to lay 3 with the Titans, figuring we were going to see one-way traffic under the very real scenario that has unfolded that Michael Penix wasn't going to get any reps for the Atlanta Falcons. Here we are with the game out to 5.5. The one thing I'm a little bit more confident in is I think anyone is an upgrade over Tim Boyle logging reps in garbage time. So I'm optimistic that Trevor Siemian can at least do something if he's out there. But I wouldn't encourage folks to lay 5.5. I don't think anybody has that much confidence in Brian Callahan's ability to call an offense and or trust the depth to create a little bit of separation, even against a Falcons team who treats preseason like a glorified walkthrough.
I ain't talking about you slid right past that. This is like this new offensive line. They got a couple of more weapons to play with for Callahan, man. Like,
here we go. I mean, Slay, are you drinking the Kool-Aid already? I mean, how fast are you going to jump off this bus? Is it going to happen at the end of September, or what exactly is this going to go down?
Have you seen the movie Speed, Todd?
Yeah, I have. But you know what? I would like to see a remake with Slay playing the role of Sandra Bullock, whether it's on a bus or on a boat, because I think it would be entertaining as hell for all of us to watch.
Is there another preseason game you like this week?
You know what? Some of these games, they just move so quickly, so that's the real problem, and trying to give out numbers there. I will share, some of the smaller positions I've taken. Did go over in Buffalo, Chicago, but that was at a number 37.5. We're now out to 41. And took a small position over in the Bengals-Commanders game, went over 39.5. I do actually think there's a little bit of value at 42, but we're kind of at the mercy of both those teams announcing how much time their starters will get. But the Bengals have been pretty outspoken about their first-team offense getting more reps in Game 2 than what we saw Game 1. And when you look at the Commanders' upcoming schedule, if we don't see the first-team offense on Monday night, I would be very surprised if they elected to run those guys back on a short week for the Week 3 preseason game. So I think if we get some Jaden Daniels and we get a better effort from the Commanders, there's a chance that total at 42 could leak up a little bit further to say 44, 44.5.
Well, what you don't understand, Todd, is that Slay and I can...
numbers don't matter. Yeah, no,
we can go in there and create our own numbers, Todd. Listen, if we want Buffalo 37.5 over, we'll come up with that.
I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, look, paying minus $1.90 to buy points in a preseason game is clearly the best investment strategy. So we'll call Slay the Warren Buffett of NFL betting, especially of meaningless games that we'll see transpire the next couple of weeks.
All I'm saying, ain't no coach talking me off the ledge. I'm jumping. You forget that 5'10", 150. I'm putting it all on the line, baby. Let's go.
Why does that not shock me, Slay? You know what? The more things change, the more they stay the same, and I can't wait to get into these games a little bit more in depth when we start playing for keeps in a couple weeks on the college side and 3 weeks in the NFL.
Let me just go on it for your fancy just to tickle it a little bit. I'm already in on a 5-leg parlay for an opening weekend of college football.
Would you like to share?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to know all 5 legs because I have ample time to try and find angles to bet against all 5 of these legs and profit quite handsomely.
Well, listen, Tom Father. First, let's start off with the Fighting Don Davenports, the War Damn Eagles. Auburn, I got them money line versus Baylor.
You mean the bet I gave you last week? Continue, Slay, but that's good. I'm glad that you're going to take credit for that and try and come up with revisionist history here. So I applaud the effort there. Sliding that in as if I don't pay attention to everything you say during our quality time together on Wednesday afternoon.
Hey, Tom Father, I'm just telling you, this is from the book of Slay.
Yeah, there are more.
From.
Todd,
he knows.
This is the next one is Texas at Ohio State. I took Texas plus 2.5.
Okay, I actually don't dislike that that leg of the parlay. I think it's going to be a competitive game from start to finish. It probably won't be a contest that I get involved in myself, but I can tell you there has been some pretty respected under money coming in there amid all the questions about what this Ohio State offense will look like with a first-year offensive coordinator in Brian Hartline, and quite frankly, who actually may win the starting job, whether it's Julian Sand or Lincoln Kienholz.
Real quick before I go further, Tom Father, is this a shock that a team ranked number 1 would be an underdog in opening week like this?
Oh, no, I mean, it's the first time in history, so I guess if we're looking at it through that particular lens, it's a little bit of a shock. But you know me, Slay. I don't look at the AP polls, the coaches' polls, or anything along those lines. I think that's where you can create a little bit of a value perception for odds makers that are going to price these games accordingly. But if you believe what the number is telling you, with Ohio State right now in that 2.5 range, it suggests that Texas would still be a favorite if this game was played on a neutral, like we see a lot of these marquee games early in the season. So this is a little bit more home field advantage getting built into the number at the shoe for that early kickoff before you factor in any potential revenge that Texas Longhorns may have on their mind for what didn't go their way last year in the college football playoff semifinal.
Okay, Syracuse at Tennessee under 53.5.
That's a good number. We're now down to 51.5. And I think the biggest question both these fan bases are going to have to ask, do they trust either of their quarterbacks to complete more than 3 forward passes consecutively, given how these teams will elect to try and attack? I have questions about this Vols offense. I'm not sure I want to step in front of them with Syracuse, given all of the changes to Fran Brown's roster. But I do agree with you on the under. The only thing that concerned me at all about that game is I wish they weren't playing on such a fast track like we see in Atlanta, where games have a knack for creeping over the total. But I think you're going to continue to see some under money filtering in, especially with some of the practice reports not exactly the most favorable about the way Joey Aguilar is grasping this offense.
Although the story today from On3, Pete Nakos, is that he is the favorite to win the job. Not that that surprises anyone, but yeah, you're right, Todd.
Hey, look, I mean, now this is the time of year in camp where it's amazing because we'll hear all some of the negatives from a lot of these college programs, and then suddenly the light bulb will go on, and all of these offenses will look like they can operate at warp speed. So it's all about interpreting what's real versus what's a little bit of perception.
Great point.
But I fully understand why this game got bet under the total at 53.5, and would be surprised if we saw under money enter until the number dipped a little bit further.
LSU going to the fake Death Valley. I'm not a true believer in anything Dabo Swinney does. So I'm rolling with LSU plus 4.5.
A big number here, in my opinion. I thought a field goal was kind of where this number should have settled, so I was surprised to see Clemson get as much support as they have driving it up. So at 4.5 would actually lean your way. I'll actually make the case here that I think LSU could be the most talented roster in the SEC from top to bottom. If that'll translate into wins and losses the way that fan base would like with Brian Kelly getting into the college football playoff and making a deep run remains to be seen. The one thing that scares me is how LSU has not been buttoned up in these season openers against Coach Kelly when they go into hostile territory. And I had the chance, of course, to see them firsthand out here in the desert, and they just didn't do the little things well. So we'll see if history repeats itself or we kind of break from tradition. But LSU definitely the only way I could look in that game, despite me making a case, probably a couple months ago with you guys, that I thought Clemson represented some of the best overall value to win the national championship in the futures market, but would not endorse the play now where they're widely priced at 12-1.
2 more, Todd.
No, 1 more. That's 4. I got this the 5th one.
Oh.
What is it?
Okay.
Notre Dame at Miami. I'm going under 53.5.
This one also sounds familiar, Slay. Not quite sure where you got this one from either. But, here's the one thing that I will give you credit for. It's the one time a year, because these numbers have been on the board and we have talked about some of these marquee matchups in great detail, that you are getting the best of the numbers. So don't get accustomed to this being what will normally go on during the course of the season. But between us, that is the biggest position I have thus far for week one. Some under 54.5 in pocket, some under 53.5. And I think if you listen to the reports coming out of both camps, these two teams are going to want to try and run the football. They're going to lean into their defenses, operate off of play action, and neither Marcus Freeman or Mario Cristobal is going to want a quarterback to make an early mistake. So I think that game, first team to 24, gets out of Miami Gardens with a win. And the nice thing we have working in our favor is that Notre Dame has typically been very buttoned up in these season openers the last couple of years when they step up in class, that they kind of want to play what I would define as low-event football. So I think defense will rule the day down there in the marquee game on Sunday, August 31st.
See, I thought you had another one, but it was a single bet, a futures bet. Mm-hmm. And he went Ravens plus 650 to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Short number. I'm not going to argue against Baltimore getting it done. From a 1 through 53 perspective, that roster is as talented as any team in the league, and you have to imagine that somewhere Lamar Jackson is going to finally break through. I don't put the onus for the loss on the Bills on his shoulders last year in the playoffs, so can't argue making that case. The number a little bit short for me to tie up my money this long, but when you look at the AFC pecking order, Baltimore, for me, at least the way things stand, power rate's number one.
Knockdrop on YouTube says, and we come back to this, and this is why I wanted to bring it up. He said home field advantage is 3 points, even teams. I think he was talking about Texas and Ohio State. That's not necessarily true.
Not true at all in the NFL. In the NFL, I don't have any home field advantage right now under normal conditions, priced at 3. A team like Jacksonville, late in the year, if they're not competitive and they don't have the weather working in their favor, I only adjust 1 point. But there are some nuances to all of that. The most valuable home field advantage that I actually have early on in the season is the Denver Broncos, much to the chagrin of Titans fans. That is the single most difficult to play place to play in September for a variety of reasons. You have altitude working against athletes that haven't had to go a full 4 quarters yet, and you also have some of the warmer weather that you're going to see in Denver. So as if it wasn't a daunting task to begin with for a rookie quarterback against one of the most talented defenses in the league, that will be trial by fire, and you can understand why there's a good chance that Denver may take a little bit of money in the market, and I think that price could drift further. So Denver being the most advantageous home field that I have early in the year. And then, of course, freezing climates like Green Bay and places like that definitely get ratcheted up in value. Although one spot, too, that's a little bit undersold, when Miami is good or above average, the configuration of their stadium can't be undersold. The Dolphins know that teams are going to come in there and wear dark jerseys. They're going to be able to wear their whites, and they're going to be in the shade. So that's something to factor in when you get into December and teams coming from colder climates get a little jolt to their system playing in heat and humidity.
Tom Father, you know who you are. You're the guy when you see me on the side of the road, my car's on fire with the hood up. You're the one that rides by, and you know I'm struggling. And you throw a cocktail on my car and just ride off pointing and laughing. Why would you do that to us Titans fans right now?
I was just going to waste. I wasn't going to actually waste good alcohol there by any stretch. Well, but, look, I'm just trying to set the table and create realistic expectations for the Titans and where this franchise is right now. But, you can cut this and we can revisit it because, trust me, full well, going into week 2 when they're a 5.5, 6-point underdog against the Rams, whether it's Matthew Stafford, Jimmy Garoppolo, or who knows, maybe even Stetson Bennett under center, I'm going to be trying to make a case for the Titans being live as a home underdog, and I'm going to watch a special team snafu end up ripping a victory from the jaws of defeat, much like I had to endure betting the Titans week 1 last year against the Bears, week 2 against the Jets, and continuing to bang my head in the wall, hoping an incompetent football team was going to line my pocket.
They've got Bones Fossil as special teams coach now. They're good.
They're good.
Look, yeah, I think it's going to trend up. That's one of the areas where I think this team can be a little bit undervalued. Again, some people that I respect are making a case for them to be a legitimate dark horse in the AFC. I can get it from a division perspective that from top to bottom, it's the weakest overall power-rated division in the league. But I have some questions about the roster construction and the coaching staff to see exactly where they are.
Real quick, Michael, what do you think about the Titans season win total of 5.5?
Oh, ask me, Michael.
Clay, go ahead. You can take this one.
Over.
Shocking. Boy, I made over about a $6 favorite for Slay, but I actually agree. If I was getting involved with the Titans win total, you can find a 5.5 at reasonable juice. I would be more inclined to go over than I would be to go under. I will not, however, have that ticket in my portfolio. And Slay, hey, one final thing. I want to come full circle to when we talked about, Tennessee and the equipment.
Yeah.
The fact that they're making the move from Nike to Adidas means you should be able to get my hockey jersey on a discount or a liquidation sale, so you're not going to have to go deep in your pocket to finally repay your debt. Since I know I'm never getting my Preds gear from Dawn. That ship has sailed a long, long time ago.
It's been like 7 years.
You did say ship with a P, right, Don?
Yes, I did say ship with a P. And look, the bottom line is this, Brent. This is why you and I go back longer than the relationship with Dawn and Slay on 3HL, because you're the only one now of the triumvirate there that doesn't owe me a piece of paraphernalia from an organization or program that is based in the great state of Tennessee.
Hey, real quick on the way out, am I wrong to find this weird that the story came out that Derek Nix handles first down strategy and play calling for Auburn, and that Kent Austin, the quarterback's coach, handles third down? I don't know about second down. Do you think that's weird?
I mean, it's a little bit different, but these days I have no idea what goes on with some of these college programs and how they're structuring things. But if you're not trying to figure out with a play that you're running on first down and realize that it's directly correlated to the play that you're going to have to run on third down, Hugh Freeze might want to try and update that resume a little bit faster. But the one thing, when it comes to all of it, when you look at the success rate, more so in the NFL than college, where they can pick up some of those third, intermediate, and third and longs at a higher clip, first down and having success on first down has a higher correlation to a win-loss record than any other down in football, despite the way people will clamor for third down conversions.
Right.
If you're putting yourself in second and manageable and third and short, it doesn't matter what plays you're calling then. But if you're constantly at second and 10 or longer behind the down and distance, not exactly a great place to be if you want to try and translate that into points.
There he is. He's Todd Furman. At Todd Furman on X. You can get him there. Thank you, Todd.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Hey, we have games next Saturday.
It's on.
Yes.
It's on, baby.
Like Donkey Kong. You wanted that fast buck? Now I got to. Anyway, go to break. 615-737-1045. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Jesse in White House has a great idea for Slay. Is that right, Jesse?
Let's hear it.
Jesse.
Hello? Yes.
Hey, there you are.
Hey,
What's up,
brother.
man?
Oh, sorry. I was, for some reason, I thought you were about to play the recording I just had with the gentleman that answered the call. No, I was listening, leaving work, listening to the damn Slade, tell that story about the ice cream, and I could not stop laughing. And it was so well done, and obviously impromptu, making it up as it goes. And I was thinking that dude could turn that into an amazing children's story. It'd be a great children's book turning into ice cream into a kid's book. I just thought it was awesome. And hey, he could do like pop-up book. He could pop up and he could dunk a Haagen-Dazs bar and then tell the rest of the story.
I like that, Jesse.
That's not a bad idea.
we might have to put
Kids
that-
book,
yeah.
like the
No.
Boom Boom Room or something. Well, I don't know about that one.
hey, if Ron's there, I recommend have Babsy check your spelling.
Yeah. My girl to get it right. Yeah. Uncle Slade tells a kid story. I like that.
I don't know if Babsy's
No, it's awesome. Hey, I will share one other thing with you, too. My wife knows more about Tennessee football and the Vols football than I do, and she has not watched a football game in 15 years.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
only because she listens to you guys.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
she's talking to me about portal trades and waiver stuff, and I'm like, how do you know this? Because I listen to 104.5.
Hell yeah.
She on top of it.
I love
so
it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, she won't even watch the Super Bowl. I'm like, this is not right. Anyway, hey, honestly, Ron, with his creativeness and how he tells stories, I mean, I could see the Ice Cream Aisle kids book being a success.
Appreciate that, Jess. We
Love it. Thank you, Jesse. Appreciate it.
Mark that down, Zephyr.
For those that missed, at the beginning of the show, Slay went to the grocery store, and he literally, this is the first thing you asked me when I got to work.
Yep.
Have you seen the ice cream aisle lately in the grocery store? And I said, no, I stay away from that because I like it too much. So I stay away from it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, man, you said they got everything over there.
telling you,
man.
I'm guaranteeing
It just goes and goes and goes.
Guaranteeing a lot of people don't go down that aisle no more. Maybe kids want to go down there, but I'm talking about you as an adult going down that aisle. Because you know where you're going in the grocery store. You go get what you get and you get out of there.
I mean, back in the day, it was like Breyers, Purity, Mayfield, and that was it. Like,
We started
there wasn't weird, Reese's peanut butter cups with bananas in them.
Oh, there's some good stuff nowadays.
Did I see you eat an ice cream sandwich earlier?
Yes, you did. You're going to see me eating another one in a little while.
Insanely underrated.
Man,
ice
what?
cream.
The soft ones, the Mayfields, the ones
my
I
God.
just had tasted just like the ones we used to get at school. Them were 35 cents for us.
35 cents.
I think I've got a box of that in my freezer at home. I might eat one tonight.
You're a fool if you don't. And I got the little mini classic bars.
I was at Publix the other day, and the lady in front of me, she got her stuff paid and everything. You know how they pull the receipt and then they tell you how much you saved or whatever? And she goes, you saved, and then just gave her the receipt and didn't say anything. So the woman, I guess, didn't even hear, didn't care, whatever. So she walked away, and the lady bagging was like, why didn't you finish? Like, how much did she save? And she goes, 50 cents. I go, remember when 50 cents could get you that Coke
Yeah.
at school?
Get you a lot of stuff.
And 50 cents can't get you anything anymore.
I used to collect pennies.
Okay. For ice creams?
No,
Do we still have pennies?
no, this was for when I was little. I was going to, I forgot what school I was going to in Chattanooga, but an elementary school.
The one we drove past randomly?
Yes, Alta Park. Boom. So the little bitty pennies, but everybody know they little bitty pennies, but the pennies we used to get 10 cent milk. You get 10 cent chocolate milk.
Oh.
So I used to get 20 cents of my pennies on my shoebox. And go get me 2 extra chocolate milk.
Do kids even know what pennies are right now?
Do kids even know what
They don't know
cash
what
is?
cursive is.
No, they don't
Definitely.
teach cursive.
They don't even know what currency is. They know tap to pay. They have no idea what currency is. I guarantee you. You want to trick a kid?
We sound like old egg, get off my lawn people
I know,
right
though,
now.
but
You want
I-
to trick a kid?
Who's not intrigued by something that starts like that? Like, you want to trick a kid?
Yeah,
I mean, this literally could go anywhere.
This will get you. I'm telling you. You give them some money and then ask for them to break it down and give you change back. They'll lose their mind. They will lose their mind. Lose it. All right. Telling y'all.
All right.
$1 gonna be gone in a little while. Singles. It's about over.
I mean,
them.
cash in general, right?
Yeah, that's a shame too. 'Cause ain't nothing like counting cash.
Like just carrying around a wad.
Yeah, I used to love.
You feel
that.
so important, don't you?
What? I used to tell them pay me.
Oh boy.
No, you didn't.
Dude, when I first got to Italy, it was like my third year. So they had something called black market money. So they would pay you a little bit under the table. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool. They don't know nobody care. They ain't listening over there. Hey, so when they used to pay you under the table a little bit, so they asked me, "How do you want? Do you want us to wire it to your bank?" I said, "Nope. Bring me mine in cash, in euro." They said, "All of it?"
You and Ricky Henderson.
Bring me every dime in euro. This is like, okay, so you got to go to the game. After this, what you going to do with it at the game? So I'm going to have it right there on the bench with me. I took my money right out there. It was, what was it? It was somewhere between 27 and 30,000 euro
On the bench.
That was my first year.
You kept it on the bench?
Yeah. Kept it on the bench. Well, I kept on adding the bench, too. I gave
No doubt.
I gave a little trainer, my homeboy, Mateo, gave him €100 at the game for watching it.
Oh, my gosh.
That was good. I had a bankroll. That was my first big bankroll.
On the bench.
Man, dude, I was balling.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, 5 o'clock hour code up. Stay tuned. Babs is going to open the prize closet. That's happening. We'll be right back.
As a customer of Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, I would love to recommend them to you. And maybe you need new windows and doors. Maybe you can just go grab those euros off the bench from Ron Slay. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Let's say you do need new windows and doors. You can reach out to them a couple of different ways. They have 2 showrooms for your convenience, and also these showrooms are awesome. You can pull different windows and doors out of the wall and see what you like, all the finishes, all the panes, everything you can imagine are in these showrooms. One in Franklin, 277 Mallory Station Road, and one Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville showroom in Hendersonville, the corner of East Main, Indian Lake Boulevard at 256 East Main Street. You can also easily reach them online, schedule your free consultation there. And when you do decide to go with them, because they're the best, then you can ask for the Dawn deal. No interest, no promo payments due if paid in full within 24 months, and 50% off qualifying installations. That's what I got for you for August. So schedule that free consultation. Check out the Dawn deal at PellaNashville.com.
What's happening, good people? Big Slay coming to you with Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. Go to springhillac.com. Yes, go check them out, man, and I promise you, they respond. Yes, they do. Not like the big corporations. They get back to you right away. They deliver all their services, and they deliver with friendliness, and it's a family atmosphere. Always, Spring Hill Heating and Cooling family responds promptly to issues and gets the problems resolved quickly and accurately. Why? Because it's family-oriented. Kevin has opened the doors back in 2011, and while raising his family, he now has everybody in it and running it to a T. You can either slide in there and get you 21-point tune-up. How about for $69? That'll work. Yeah. Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, they also offer free service calls with their repairs, plus low monthly payments on those repairs. So if you're checking your AC unit is not working the way you think it should, just call them in just to check it. And if you need a new unit, they got you covered. Get up to 60 months, no interest financing with approved credit. This is Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, the heating and cooling company that can take care of all your HVAC needs. SpringHillAC.com.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Good afternoon. It's 5:05. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. Titans wrapped up day 2 of joint practice today with the Falcons ahead of Friday's preseason game. After practice, the Titans claimed linebacker Brian Asamoah off of waivers. The Vikings' former third-round pick was released on Tuesday. Titans used their first pick in the claim order to get him and waived Otis Reese in return. On 3 Sports, Pete Nakos reported today that Tennessee is trending towards naming UCLA transfer quarterback Joey Aguilar the starting quarterback for 2025. The Vols open the season up on August 30th in Atlanta versus Syracuse. Tennessee officially moving back to Adidas as the Vols' official apparel sponsor beginning on July 1st, 2026. Tennessee was with Adidas from 1995 to 2014 before leaving to sign with Nike, and now inks a brand new 10-year deal with the brand reportedly worth close to $20 million per year. Tennessee will have primary creative control for the uniform design in its new deal. For your foundation repair, whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Motoring through this week. And Titans Falcons coming up on Friday. They had joint practice session today. Calvin Ridley said, "We won today. Y'all write that." That was his view of what happened. Multiple people saying Calvin Ridley certainly won today. Getting open and getting catches and a long touchdown, all those things. We'll talk about it. 615-737-1045. You want in on, you can watch the show live. YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
The Evan and Bank chat is open. That is Don Davenport.
Hi.
What up, Bab?
What's today? Wednesday.
Wednesday.
What up, Babsy?
What's today, Slay?
There
There we go. You guys have almost made it through.
Zephyr didn't turn my mic
It is
on.
5 o'clock. Oh, by the way, he's here.
I'm in a building.
Ah, that's just domination.
Domination.
It's not a game. This is a professional radio show.
Professional radio.
What did you say? You were kind of drowned out by the intro there.
Said this is not a game. She said that y'all are dominating me in the intros today.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a game.
You know.
This is a game.
We went through this last year.
This is a game, though.
Actually, you're the one that yelled us for competing in this. So
Titans release Otis Reese the fourth today. I'm sad about that. I like watching that guy fly around. I mean, I get it. I understand. Like, he's third on the, in a battle for two. But did I say that correctly? No, battle for one. But he was third and like a distant third, I guess. Cedric Gray and James Williams is the starter next to Cody Barton.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But Cedric Gray did get 1 reps today.
Good.
He's going to play a lot.
Everybody get an opportunity. We're looking for somebody to pop off the screen, especially a young guy.
Young guy.
What was it that? What was it? Well, it don't even matter. I was thinking to myself.
You're overthinking
yeah,
something.
I'm like, what was it that made Detroit get good fast? They didn't miss on draft picks.
That's what it was.
They didn't miss on 3 straight first-round draft picks.
Yeah.
Right, and they believed in Jared Goff with Ben Johnson, and that relationship worked.
And
from the jump.
Amon was what? A 4th rounder? 5th rounder?
4th round. Remember the Titans traded up to get Des Fitzpatrick right
correct.
before him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, they didn't miss. They had some core pieces.
Detroit built up their offensive line first
that
before
was
they did anything else.
very much so. Yeah.
Which is what the Titans are trying to do right now.
Yep. But will this coach? They believed in Dan Campbell. I wonder how much heat they were getting up there.
Well, remember, he was weird, too. Like, one of his first press conferences, he was talking about
biting kneecaps
and stuff. Like,
Do you remember people thought he was so weird?
Yes.
They're like, this guy's going to fail. This is all. He's a Looney Tune.
His first season, they were 0-10-1 to start the season.
That's right.
Before they won a couple games at the end, strung together some positive. Their second season was better, not 0-10-1 start. And then the third season's when everything exploded for them.
Yeah.
But guess what? They have a quarterback.
Some college football notes. Memphis has named Nevada transfer Brendan Lewis starting quarterback, 6-year senior who played at Nevada and Colorado. You've probably seen him. 6'3", 209. Last year, he completed 68% of his passes, 2290 through the air, 16 touchdowns, 775 on the ground, 8 touchdowns. Memphis 21-5 in the last 2 years under head coach Ryan Silverfield. Meanwhile, at LSU, we've got problems, Manny.
Already?
I just went Scarface. Yes. Freshman running back J.T. Lindsey was arrested Friday on accessory charges related to a murder in May.
Jeez.
In his apartment, Baton Rouge police found a pair of AR-15 rifles and 2 semi-automatic pistols. He says he harbored 2 friends who were wanted for murder in his LSU apartment. Man. That's what was reported. All 3 have been arrested. So those 2 guys were arrested for that murder, and he was arrested for accessory to murder.
Man, talk about Exhibit A on how to screw up your life.
He was in there with 2 AR-15s.
2 semi-automatic pistols, and 2 guys that clearly he knew murdered somebody.
So they got all 3 of them together now for something that was in March?
It was in May. Yeah.
In May? So what,
wait,
they just been
were
hanging
those
at
guys
the door?
still there?
Yeah, they were looking for these guys. And at one point, it says at one point they stayed in.
I was going to say, I don't think.
I was going to say, man, while I'm going to practice,
but
hey, man.
still, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
But guess what, though, Babs? I can see, like, them popping up on the doorstep. You know what I mean? Hey, man, what y'all doing here? Hey, man, let me in. I let them in, and then you figure out what's going on. It's like, hey, man, y'all got to go. What the hell
That could have happened.
You know what I'm saying? Could have went down like that, and then they got put out. I hope they didn't come in and spend the night.
He never went to police with the information.
That's the other part,
and so all of a sudden you're an accessory now.
That's the other part. So he should. If that's the way it went down, he could be okay. It's just I hope they just. Hey man, listen, I'm finna go to practice real quick, man. Y'all keep them ARs up under the gun. Don't under the bed. Don't answer the door for nobody. Cleaning lady will be by soon. Y'all duck down. What? Murder?
So the last line I wrote down was that's all there is at this point in terms of detail.
I
so
hope it ain't that
don't
wild.
know. But yeah, it could have gone down that way.
Come on, man.
Taylor asked, does he live on campus?
Right.
It was in an apartment. So I don't know if it was on campus or not.
But maybe it's it's Baton Rouge. Like everything on campus for real.
I think it did say on campus apartment, but I'm not positive.
Man, that's rough.
By the way, Martin.
And you wonder too if it's childhood friends.
Yeah, that's the
with.
first thing I would think.
He's off to a better life, you know. And
that's the first thing I would think.
Man.
That's tough.
So were they his AR-15s,
that's the other part I wanna
were
know,
they
too.
involved in the murder?
Yeah,
My
they just
guess
left
would
them
be
now.
they were his friends' guns. I don't know though, but they did find the guns. So even if the guys were gone, the guns were still there.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
And that ain't pretty.
Speaking of, did you see the story? I didn't write it down, but who's the guy that got popped? Michael Porter Jr.
His brother
got popped for gambling. Michael Porter Jr. went on a podcast, and I didn't write it down. Did you see this story, Sal?
Oh, my God. This did. Yes.
Michael DeCourcy, who's covered basketball forever, just wrote like a face palm, head and hand emoji and linked the story. So I read it. Are you pulling it up?
Yeah,
his quotes are interesting.
He's speaking.
So give me a minute. I can look through this video, make sure it doesn't say anything, or I've got the quote right here if you want me to read it instead.
Yeah, just read it. Let's be safe.
So he says, my brother, for example, struggled with gambling.
Yeah.
My vice has always come in the form of women. My brother, Jonte, he never seemed to struggle with that vice. You know, I never struggled with the gambling addiction. God gave me a lot of money.
God gave him the money. Okay. No, it wasn't that. He was saying this is a big problem in the NBA because
here you go. Think about if you could get all your homies rich by telling them bet 10,000.
So that's what made me think of it when you guys said, did he grow up with these guys? Because I immediately think of a bunch of athletes we know that are still tight with guys that, you know, maybe doing questionable.
And this comes from that story.
Chris Johnson, CJ2K,
Yeah.
perfect example of it when he was with the Titans.
Pack had that situation.
Yep.
This is on his thoughts about sports gambling. So think about if you can get all your homies rich by telling them bet 10,000 on my under this one game, and I'm gonna act like I've got an injury and come out after 3 minutes, and they'll all get a little bag because you did it one game. That is so not okay. But some people probably think like that.
Can you? Of course, I believe that.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
But you read that and you listen to you say that, of course that's believable.
Yep. He said they come from nothing, and all their homies have nothing. And they're like, bro, if I come out of this game after 3 minutes and y'all hit on my under, we're all getting a bag.
Man.
And then he talks about it.
It's that many.
So your homies that don't have much money, that's an easy way to give back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like it's a lot of guys in the NBA that's fighting that part right now. Malik Beasley is one.
Oh yeah.
Terry Rozier went through something. It's like 2 or 3 guys, man, that went through. His brother, Jonte Porter.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
By the way, Martin, Tennessee native Ty Simpson has officially been named starting quarterback at Alabama. Way to stay in battle, kid. Been on 3HL twice, that dude.
Who's that?
Ty Simpson.
Yeah. He can spin it.
We've got some NFL notes for you. Also, more from the Titans-Falcons joint practice session today. You will hear from quarterback Cam Ward, maybe a little bit from Brian Callahan. That's coming up next. Stay tuned. Want to tell you about my friends at Gupta Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. They'll be your friends, too, when you go see Daniel Gupton and his crew. Just let them know what you're looking for, whether it's more leg room, maybe a third row, maybe something cheaper, maybe something with better gas mileage, whatever you need. They'll point you in the right direction, and they will get you set up for your test drive. Take that test drive, go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Here are some of the deals that are going on, and you can find all of this at GuptonMotors.com, including the inventory, the dealership location, phone number, all those things. But 20% off MSRP on some 2025 Ram 1500 models. 2024 Ram heavy-duty trucks over $10,000 off. 2025 Jeep Wranglers over $5,000 off. Huge selection of pre-owned inventory with competitive market pricing. Finance approvals for anyone, any credit situation, they can get you approved. Check them out online, GuptonMotors.com, 3450 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, Tennessee. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. From Terry McCormick today. Arden Key with 3 good pressures in a row. At least one was a sure sack.
All right.
I saw him in there
going.
mixing it up a little bit, too.
Get it going.
Guess what, Slay? Your mic is on now.
Translated to the field, to the game. That's what we like. That's what we need. One person is we never have to worry about energy or activity during joint practices or practice. Arden Key.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
He's got the energy.
Yep, all of it.
He's always talking and laughing and smiling, and he's such a positive energy guy.
Translate that to a couple.
The old energy taker, energy giver thing. He is definitely an energy giver, for sure.
Would be great.
Do y'all want to
By
hear
the way,
from?
I'm giving away Sounds tickets at the end of this segment.
Oh, good.
Yep, stick around for it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What kind of snapback hat are they giving away at this game?
I don't know.
Babs?
Who cares? I'll talk about it later.
I bet Slay that she would not be able to pronounce this.
No, I don't think she's going to try.
All right. Can I give him away now? You ready? Bab's prize closet is open.
All right.
I will try and read this for what in the. It's Winning Wednesday. Caller number 5, 615-737-1045.
This is awesome.
You win 2 tickets to see the Sounds host Louisville next Wednesday at First Horizon Park. First 1,000 fans will receive a Vuelas
I think it is Vuelas.
snapback
Go
hat.
Babsy.
I
Go
think you're
Babsy.
on.
Yes, it's a giveaway presented by Advance Financial where you can join the Sounds as they transform into Las Vielas.
Vuelas?
Viela. A
Vielas.
viela is a classic Mexican guitar, typically of higher pitch than the classic guitar you might hear on Broadway. The things you learn on 3HL. Caller number 5 right now.
You don't want to keep going? With Latin beats filling the air and community engagement at the heart of the event, it's a festive and inclusive night that brings the spirit of Latin culture to the game. Presented by Toyota and your Middle Tennessee Toyota dealers.
There
You
you
don't
go.
think it's Vuelas? Vuelas?
I think
think
Zeph has the pronunciation.
I think the H
Do
is
you?
silent.
Vihuela.
I said it right.
Yeah, Babsy!
What up?
I mean,
I'm done.
if I were you, I would just leave right now.
I'm done.
Like,
What more can you do today?
I mean, you killed it. I knew that H was silent, man. I've been down there in South America.
Also, I felt
I got some
Spanish.
stories about that, too.
Yeah, I know. You've told some of them.
That's a wild town down there, man. Caracas. Shout out to all my people
Where you
in
needed
Caracas.
security, but they didn't go with you or something?
Yeah, they don't really roll. But they roll.
You were told to
don't
take
really
security
roll.
everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. It's a good time.
When I'm with you, I always feel like you are security.
Yeah, we just in places we know people. So that
Security.
That's secure. We're secure.
All right.
We did it end up in a random spot in Atlanta where you took control of the situation.
Oh, well, that was a little
weird.
scary.
It's a little weird. It gets a little weird at times.
That poor little family, the lady was wearing Western Kentucky. So they're from here. She was wearing Western Kentucky shorts, and that little family was sitting over there watching this whole situation.
Tomfoolery going on.
And you could tell because they had little kids with them. You could tell they were trying to figure out, do we just leave our food here and get out of here?
Nah.
Clay had it. You were calm. Do you want to hear from QB1?
I do.
Absolutely.
Joint practices. Let's go.
By the way, not practicing today. Wide receiver Matt Landers. Outside linebacker Jalen Harrell. Defensive tackle Sebastian Joseph Day. Defensive lineman Tavondre Sweat. Safety Kevin Wilson Jr. Although the head coach said he hopes that Kevin Winston Jr. Sorry, that's on me. I can't read my own writing.
You know his name.
I know, but I read my writing. Like, even though I know it, I'm
Ron
just reading.
Burgundy will read
Yes.
whatever you put in front of
Don't
him.
give me something to say about San Diego.
Nice
I'll
reference,
say it.
Don.
Yes.
His Sweat is just his tonsils, right? They had him removed?
Yeah.
Or is it something else? That's it?
I thought it was somebody said
It was an ab, but then
Abs.
lately it's been tonsillectomy or whatever.
Okay.
That's when you get some ice cream. You get those tonsils taken out.
I'm
Do
gonna
they
go get
still
me
do
one.
that?
yeah, it stinks though when you're an adult and you have to get them out.
Right.
It's
I
much
heard it's
easier as a
really
kid.
painful.
Yeah.
But
You said it was?
it stinks.
Oh, I
Like,
thought you said stink. I was like, you smell it?
like it hurts.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
it's tough.
I
stinks.
instead of saying sucks,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
figure I'd clean up my language
okay, yeah,
for the
yeah.
kids in the car and
Good
say
job.
it really stinks.
But when
you
I
have
was a
to-
kid,
Gotcha.
like all kids had them taken out. I don't think they
My
do
bad,
that
Ashley.
anymore.
Nah, I ain't never had mine taken out.
I didn't
Same.
either.
I did.
You last of the Mohican, brother.
Well, I'm older than all y'all.
Did Jalen Harrell?
That's the Mohicans.
I know yesterday Jalen Harrell worked on the inside field he just did by himself stuff.
Hope
Did he do
so,
that
man.
Did he do that again today?
It's a bad
or
time
was
to
he
miss
completely
time.
off?
I don't know, but Kevin Winston Jr., the hope is he'll be back next week. That's where all this started.
And Snead for me.
Allegedly, Snead was working.
Yeah, I need him back next week, though.
See on the
Next week,
side?
is that your Is that your moment?
I said after the Falcons game.
You did say that.
It's been 2 weeks for him, just kind of doing stuff on the side by himself. So
Cool.
It's about that time.
Wrap on up, yep.
And listen, he doesn't necessarily have to play.
Yeah, he ain't
In
got
a
to play.
preseason
Just need him
game?
in practice.
At least in practice. I mean, really, he does need to play in a preseason game because honestly, he hasn't played in a year. But
I doubt
Not
that. I
quite a year.
highly doubt that's going to happen.
there's no way it's happening. But he at least has to be back at like a full padded practice.
yeah, Buck tweeted that Titans corners not named Brownlee or McCreary equal #terrible.
Buck's little tweets are funny. He's got these little bullet point tweets now.
So angry.
Yeah.
All the time.
Corners not named McCrary, Brownlee. Horrible. Or whatever he said.
Terrible.
Terrible. Cam Ward, QB1, on how today went and how he felt on the day-to-day progress in Atlanta.
I feel good. Going against a good defensive offense here. In Atlanta, got some good quality work on both sides of the ball, but we got better as a whole, though.
Day-to-day progress, you felt comfortable and confident with where you guys were, not just individually, but as a team?
I think that's the biggest thing, just us continue to grow together. The whole trip, just being around each other the whole time. Then just day-to-day, we starting to put it together, the little things. I think that's the biggest thing that, we want to accomplish out of, joint practice. The little things going to end up winning us games.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Mr. Keefe on YouTube, we're talking about tonsils.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because there's a pretty significant Titans player not practicing because of that, and that's why we said it.
No, I think he was referring to somebody's question. Somebody got it confused with wisdom teeth,
Oh, okay.
which Slade just recently got his out.
Sure did. I remember that.
I got the video.
No, you don't.
You don't remember. Trust me. I got a video from
They
your
put
wife.
you out for that.
Yeah, they did. I fought it, though.
Yeah, you got the, what did you get to, 7?
Yeah.
And then you were gone?
What was I there?
10,
He gone.
9, 8, 7. Goodbye.
That was my second dose.
Taylor, Snead could at least do a drive-by practice session. Taylor's got jokes.
That's
That's pretty funny.
very funny.
Cam Ward, what is the
Only
Titans'
because nobody died. So,
Biggest-
nobody was injured.
asset right now?
I'd say our biggest asset right now is just our physicality up front of the trenches. I think the O-line and D-line bring that every day to practice, whether we playing against ourselves or going against another opponent. And I think that's going to be our standpoint throughout the whole year and, even into the future. And so those guys up front are going to be the reason why we win a lot of games.
Love that understanding.
I love hearing from QB1. He doesn't waste sound bites, really.
That's because you believe in what he's saying.
Good point, Slay. Cam Ward, talking about his prep with Callie. What does that look like for back-to-back joint practices?
Just getting in there, going through my reads. It's really all base plays that we're running because we're not really game planning for whether he's playing Tampa or Atlanta here in the joint practices. And it's really just about getting the time and footwork with myself and the receivers. And that's something that we got to get fast. Games right around the corner, real football games. And, I'm looking forward to keep building that chemistry with them.
All good.
Yeah, give me.
He's funny, though. Like, he says a bunch of things, and there's really nothing you can add. I mean, like.
Yeah, give me exactly what you got. I'm with it.
Cam Ward talking about the Titans' slow starts in joint practices.
Just being aggressive. I don't think we had slow starts. It's been more of just not being disciplined on the first snap, whether it's my position or another player's position. It's just little details, whether it's a penalty on us, whether it's a turnover on us, or just an all-around bad play on us. It's just us not starting fast on the first play, just in assignment-wise.
There you go. It's about getting a rhythm. It ain't about just like going fast, like you really, really hurrying up. Got to get a rhythm, man.
And the head coach is going to say, look, if you make a good play, then you start fast.
Yeah.
He pushes
He was
back
very,
on anything effort
matter
related.
of fact
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
But he wants to push back on people suggesting the effort's not there. Cam Ward, what got better from day 1 to 2 against the Falcons?
Well, I just think we made plays today on the perimeter. The quarterbacks, us three, putting the ball in a receiver's position to have him let it make a play for us. So I think that's the biggest difference from yesterday and today is that we were able to make plays, in the passing game. I think the running game is always going to be one of our standpoints. I think today we averaged probably like 5 to 6 yards a pop every time we hand it off to the backs. And I just think the O-line just brought the physicality even more than what they did yesterday.
He had a bad throwaway attempt that got picked off. What up with that?
Really just pain. That's my first time doing it, so can't make it happen again. I mean, I already do in the practice, doing the game, so I really don't even trip about it. The only thing you can do is throw it hard out of bounds or just throw it straight at their head coach or something.
That happened in the game last week. You didn't get picked off, but it didn't make it to the sideline. I know you rarely make the same mistake twice, so what was it that, allowed it to happen today?
Just not put enough on it. Even when I throw on my back foot, I got to know to put more on it. And then just continues to learn the new rules. I don't really have to throw it far out of bounds. I can throw it right at the yard line marker and dirty right out of bounds. So just continue to just learn the new nuances of the NFL, know how to throw it away or when I need to throw it away, then also just put more on it.
I mean, learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Yep. Cam Ward talking about this offense. How does it stack up to the rest of the league?
Well, I think we honestly have the ability to be a top 10 offense, but also it goes on every guy in that huddle, including myself, bringing the right mindset every day, and us also playing together. I think that's the biggest things that we always play together. We never point fingers at each other on both sides of the ball, and we just got to always have that mindset that we can be the best offense in the NFL. And then it really just comes with just us caring about each other on the field, off the field, and I think a lot of that stuff will translate to the game.
That's what we're looking to see you do.
What about this roster makes him think the offense can be a top 10 offense in the league?
Just the playmakers that I have in the backfield with me, the running back core, then especially in the receiving core. I think I also have a top 5 receiver core in the NFL, including the young guys who are able to make plays. It's really all about just us or myself putting the ball in their frame of work, letting them make a play. And then it's also those guys being aggressive to make plays for the team. And then the O-line, I don't have to worry about them. That's going to always be the standpoint. Those guys, they bring the energy every day, especially starting with JC. So I'm excited to be behind those guys. Those guys pass protection. They keep me clean. Really, I would say 8 times out of 10. I know I'm going to take a bad sack this year. They're going to give up a sack this year, but we just got to continue to play, good, clean football.
How about that? Pointed out J.C. Latham. You guys have been talking about him all camp.
Yep.
Lots of talk, too, about the run game from him. I know he just said, we can be a top 10 wide receiving core, which is lofty.
He does include them in basically any offensive answer.
Any talk.
Yeah.
Because he knows, you get that run game going, offensive line protects, and all of a sudden there's a whole lot that'll open up for you.
Well, and you got to watch this high ankle sprain situation with Tyjae Spears. Like, how much time is he going to miss? And what do you do at running back 2 now? Is it Chestnut? Is it the rookie?
High ankle sprain is a pain, too.
It's tough.
It's hard to heal.
Yep.
It's hard as a running back. It's just
twisting.
How many times do people talk about, depending on the severity of it, it's easier to heal from a break than it is.
Yep. That bad boy lingers, man.
Yeah.
He mentioned the wide receiver core being top 5. Why does he believe that?
I just think because we all believe it. The whole receiving core. I love speaking out to existence. I tell those guys that they're the best, and it really just comes down to us being on our P's and Q's every week. And that's where yesterday's practice we weren't, and today's practice we were a lot better. And I just think the biggest thing about myself in the receiving core is that we got to always have confidence with each other. I know they're gonna get hemmed up on a route. They know I'm going to throw an interception. But at the end of the day, no matter what bad play goes on, we got to always have that confidence in each other that we're going to make the next play.
He wins a press conference.
Yeah. So believable. He ain't showed us nothing else but action. We just ain't seen them. We just ain't. Then the little sample size we saw in the game was good.
Yeah.
So we mentioned this question earlier, but I want to hear this answer. Cam Ward talking about what does he need to work on to feel ready to go play real NFL game?
I think I'm at a point where I can go play a game with my guys, physically, mentally. I think the biggest thing I need to work on going to the game is just more reps at certain plays I haven't gotten the right amount of reps at. the new plays that we're adding. So getting more reps at those. I got a lot of reps at the base install that Coach Callahan's put in, but just all the new little installs that he's added, whether we're adding play here or there once a week, just getting more reps at those so I can see different coverages. But if we have to go play a game, I'll be fully prepared with the coach staff that I have.
It's QB1, Cam Ward. We got a couple of more that Zeph suggested that we listen to when we come back, where he talks about does he feel pressure in terms of being a stabilized force for the franchise in a quarterback-driven league. So we'll hear that and more coming up. 3HL bingo card is ready and set. That's coming up. Stay tuned. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
You talking about Willie?
If you are involved in a car accident, you know that life can change and that can throw everything off, from job, from bills, from peace of mind, health. If somebody calls you after a wreck too, they are breaking the law, because there are some people that will chase lawyers out there that will chase ambulances. That is not the case with Bart Durham Injury Law. Marine veteran Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks right here in Tennessee for years. Local company, been here forever. You know you can trust them. They're making sure insurance companies pay up when you are involved in a car wreck. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people there at BDIL making sure you get what you deserve. You make the call and they answer. Local, trusted, and ready to fight for you. If you or someone you love is ever in a wreck, don't forget Blair Durham's number, 615-242-9000. That's BDIL. Don't wait. Give them a call. They're here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. Bart Durham Injury Law, 615-242-9000.
3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Get him.
Go a little Memphis there. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What's up?
Man, when they play this at Grizzly games, oh my.
Get him.
That whole building goes crazy. What a great environment that is.
This is a terrible song.
No.
This
Have you
is
seen the movie?
I don't care.
No, Babsy.
No,
This is
it's terrible.
This is the heart and soul of Memphis.
Yep.
Embodied in this movie. And for the Grizzlies to go pick it up, that's everything. That's grit and grind. That's them. Like Memphis is that's his own country. Houston is his own country. LA's his own country.
Texas definitely in general is its own country.
Dude, that's them. That's them, Babs. I'm telling you, it's just them.
I don't care. I can still say that song sucks.
You will be the only one in America to say
No way.
I promise you.
No, I guarantee you I will not.
I promise you.
Well, people that haven't heard the song and don't know
Or haven't seen the movie?
or haven't seen Hustle and Flow.
Babs, I'm telling you. You
The-
go,
if you
What's
just
the
hear
movie?
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow, if you just hear those words, I get where she's coming from.
Yeah, I don't. Because it's Memphis. That's what I grew up on. I was listening to that coming in today.
Is that right?
All West
Matrix.
Tennessee, all West Tennessee Memphis. All West Tennessee music. Especially
That was your role today?
Oh, not from all the way dating back to 1995, 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Like Player Fly. I was listening to all Memphis today. That's funny that Zeph played that. Good job, Zeph.
Terrible.
The movie's got a great cast, by the way.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
It's Memphis.
It's funny that you bring that up because I hadn't seen Hustle and Flow in a long time, and I recently watched it again.
Dude. You know what Memphis stands for, Babs?
No.
Oh, it's an acronym. I'll let you know after.
Is it not Radio
I'll
Safe?
let you know after.
The first the first three, MEM, making easy money. And then I'll let you know the rest of it.
Is the P pimping?
Absolutely.
Is the H what I think the H might be?
I'm just saying, if you ask anybody from Memphis, they
A
know
garden
this.
hose?
Yeah, garden hose.
Garden hose is serious.
Okay.
Telling you. And this is, if you don't know that, you ain't from Memphis.
Oh, I know. Babs tripping. They won an Oscar.
They
Triple
did.
Six brought an
They
Oscar
did.
home for y'all.
I'm telling you, Babs.
Babs tripping is a good one.
I'm telling you. I'm telling
Babs,
you.
this is the first time I disagree. I got to disagree in like 4 years of listening.
Babs,
I am
telling you.
clearly not okay.
Babs, would you like to go back to QB1?
Yes, please.
Cam Ward talking about his relationship with Callahan and the offensive
That's my
coaches.
girl.
I just think he's going to put me in the best position to succeed. And that's what my quarterback coach, Coach Bo, and the OC, Coach Nick. I'm trying to play as long as I can for Tennessee with those three guys at the helm. Those guys, they continuously give me feedback even when I don't want feedback, and they continuously get me better. When I ask questions, they answer every question to the little detail as much as I need it. So I'm blessed to have those three, in the same room with me. They push me to be great. I want to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and I just think the more that we continuously build our relationship, us three, Coach Callahan, continuously getting to know what I like on the field, when I like it on the field. Then me also being smart with the ball and gaining that trust every day from him to have those play calls, whether he wants to go deep or do quick game. I just think it's going to end up helping all three of us out in the long run.
Real quick, Dewey Chapman and Hal on YouTube. This show is so funny. I mean, the range of things that we get into.
Right?
Organized chaos, y'all. Cam Ward talking about having stability and the importance of that for a quarterback.
I think he'll unlock everything. You see it with the best quarterbacks out there. Tom Brady, he has stability. Lamar, he has stability. Pat, he has stability. And so I just think a lot of guys who have stability in the NFL can succeed, I wouldn't say at a faster rate, but can succeed long term. And I just think that's what we need in Tennessee. We haven't had that in a long time, but I think the guys we have right here, offensively and defensively, I think we got the stability to do it.
All right, here's the last
Is he
one.
selling you? All you naysayers? Is he selling you?
I mean, the longer you listen to this kid talk, man.
The more he does, right?
I mean, we noticed that the day after he was drafted and he came and did our show live.
Yeah.
And we talked with him a little bit off air. And it was like you were talking to like a 40-year-old man in a 20, how old is he? 22?
23.
23-year-old body. Cam Ward, does he feel pressure being a stabilizing force for the franchise in a quarterback-driven league?
It's not really a pressure I feel, but I know, I have to be the stability. I'm the one who calls the play call every day, every time in the huddle. I'm who everybody looks at in the huddle, when we need explosive play, when we need motivation. And so, it comes with the territory. I want the territory of being an NFL quarterback. And I would just say, just on that part, is that we just got to continue to build each other up. I would say the best thing about our huddle is that whether we have a bad play or nothing, if I have a bad play, we always build each other up. And just from the stability standpoint, just me and Coach Callahan just continuously building our relationship like we've been doing since he drafted me. He's one of the best head coaches out there. And I want to be a reason why at the end of the year he can be one of the top 5 head coaches in the NFL.
Top 5.
I don't feel pressure, but I know, the reality of the situation, I'm a quarterback in the NFL. The guys are looking at me in the huddle.
Yeah.
Definitely true. 3HL bingo card, when it's not soft, it's a little hard.
The Rice Krispies? No, the ice cream sandwiches.
Ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah. I might go back and get them Rice Krispie ice cream sandwiches. I ain't even never heard of that.
Have you found the Pop-Tart ones yet?
No,
I
haven't seen them.
Somebody put in the chat, though, they were fire.
Yeah.
I think they're Walmart only.
Listen, Gator Mike talked about freezing Pop-Tarts and then brought me one in, and it was amazing. So I was talking to Zach Lyons about it. He started doing it now and loves it.
Really?
Loves it.
I never had a Pop-Tart.
Never had. That blows my mind. Thank you.
Listen.
I'm not going to incriminate myself.
That's got to be Slay.
That's got to be Babs.
That was you.
Yeah,
It was?
Yeah, that was when you were talking. Why you were late to the show?
Oh, crap. Yeah.
As you said, do not press send.
Oh, man.
She said, wait a minute, that was me?
That was me. Oh, God.
Cam and Calvin, CNC Football Factory.
That was you.
Yeah.
I like that.
You want to trick a kid?
Cam, Calvin, and Callie.
Yeah.
Callie and Callie. Yeah.
Let's
Cam,
go.
Calvin, Callie.
If it works,
Triple
it's gonna be
C.
pretty.
Yeah.
I see. You want to trick a kid? And you stopped, and that's what made it funny. And then you said, make them break change.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do it.
So right.
That's a rough life bringing change back to you.
They can't do it. The best entry today for the 3HL bingo card will be done via audio. Jeff?
My report was from there that he did you so well that it crushed you.
He did, man.
My report.
He did you so well, he crushed you. That was Caliendo imitating Slay. There is a promo running on the station.
Lisa Latin said he put one on the bingo card. We did know, but we didn't. I don't know. I forgot what I was saying.
You did say that.
I did say something about that.
I forgot to write that one down.
What were we talking about? Do you remember?
I can't remember. Was it Cam?
We did know, but we didn't. It could have been anything, honestly. I don't know.
That's true. You just got to pay attention.
Yeah. I know we'll be back at it tomorrow. And Cosell and I already talked about, what should we talk about tomorrow? And I got with you guys, and he said,
we did that early.
Yeah, he basically said, I'd rather not watch an entire preseason game.
Yeah.
We'll see if he'll quote what he actually said.
This is really funny. Cosell, when Cosell comes with jokes, it hits a little different.
He's funny.
You're not used to it necessarily.
Funny.
Length and girth. Anyway, back at it tomorrow. We appreciate you guys. Big Savage will join us as well on the Thursday edition. Man, we appreciate you guys including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you were an adult walking down the ice cream aisle and getting overcome with nostalgia and emotion from back in your day where you just want to grab all the ice cream. All of it.
Thank you, Seth.
I was going to keep going.
I know. Land that thing.